Okay, cool. All right. It's looking good. Okay. So let's see. Is there anything else I need to do? I have my chat. So I'll start that up. Okay, so that's good. And let's go ahead and run. Let's go run an ad too, so that that can happen before we initiate the Q&A. Just need a second for that to get going, but okay, this looks good. So yeah. So Eddie, have you been following the basketball tournament, the NCAA basketball at all?
I have not because all the North Carolina teams are out, so
Oh,
I'm like
gotcha.
not interested anymore.
That's fair. That's fine. That's fine. No worries. No worries on that. Yeah, that happened pretty quickly this year. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, a little disappointing. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Stuart, welcome in. It's good to see you. You made it at the beginning of a stream. Big time props. I know that our friend Stuart has had a habit of jumping in at the end of streams, but it's so nice to see you, Stuart. How's it going? Hope you're hanging in there. Thanks for joining. Thanks for inviting me yesterday to play golf with Weird. I am confused. I totally understand. I totally understand. Oh my goodness, Brown Eyed Girl has joined us. Welcome, Brown Eyed Girl. Nice to see you again.
Welcome in.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Who are we rating? Wait. He's so confused. It's actually the beginning. You're so late that you're at the beginning of the stream. Habit, says Stuart. Oh, I love it. This is good. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this spot for a good while, folks. We're gonna get to ask questions. I wouldn't get to ask a lot of people. You'll see what I mean when we get there. It's gonna be really fun. And then sandwich of the week is I said it in Discord. It's a not miss. It's gonna be great. Oh, Eddie, really quickly,
Yeah.
do you get into golf at all?
Yeah, I do play golf some.
Oh, nice. Okay, great. It's a great North Carolina is a great state for golf. It's just
It
beautiful.
really is.
Yeah.
North and South Carolina both are great.
Oh, South Carolina really good for golf. Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Okay, we're gonna run a melon break. If you're subscribed, you'll get this melon break ad free. But we'll be back in 90 seconds otherwise. All right. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh man, talking about Hilton Head and oh yeah, South Carolina is really awesome. Are there any particular courses that you've been able to play that you really liked?
Um, a lot of the courses here are really nice. We have
Mm-hmm.
several really nice country clubs here.
Mm-hmm.
Raleigh Country Club is a nice one. Northridge Country Club is a really nice course
Sweet.
here.
Nice.
But down at the beach, there's so many nice courses down there. I mean, it's just North and South Carolina. There's really just, I mean, you're talking about Class A golf courses down there. They're just beautiful. You know, they're just
Oh,
kept up so nice, and they're a lot of fun to play.
oh, there's no doubt. Yeah, it's it just yeah, I think there are a few states that can be as green as North Carolina can be in the spring and the summertime. It's so green. It's really neat to see that. What's your favorite club to shoot with?
You know, it's weird because a lot of people can't hit this iron, but I can. I'm one of the few people besides God who can hit a one iron straight.
Really? The famous now who was it? Was it oh shoot, I forgot. My friends are gonna kill me. They'd be mad at me. How do you not know Ben Hogan? The Ben Hogan one iron, the famous Ben Hogan one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was. I don't know why, but I can hit a one iron straight where like a one wood or a three wood. I have a tendency to slice every time.
Gosh, that's great. That's a great asset to have. I don't know I don't think a lot of people even use the one iron anymore, but
Yeah.
it can get you out of some. I mean, that must be a pretty sweet. I feel like there are definitely advantages if you can hit the one iron. You can get an edge for sure. Like,
Well, the thing I love about it is like if you go in the rough and you're say 250 away, you can hit under trees with it because the loft of the club is so little that it's like hitting a wood, but you can, get under it a little bit more and keep it low under limbs and stuff. And believe me, I hit out of the woods a lot. So my 7-iron and my 1-iron are the two go-to clubs when I'm under trees.
So that's pretty sweet. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly right. Like, because it's so low, it gets you, you can actually get more distance out of the trees than under because those branches, if you do anything else, it's going to be, you're going to have to lay up. You're going to have to let go. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Brown Country, I think that's your wife in the chat.
That is my bride. Yes, it is.
I love it. Welcome in. So good to see you. In. All right, I think we've got a pretty good crowd. Let's go ahead and start this up. I'm excited.
Davy, she's here to make sure I don't make a fool out of myself.
I hear it. Let's do the thing. Welcome in, everybody. So good to see you all tonight. Oh, 2 sandwiches of the week that I think you're both going to love, everybody. Or that everybody you're all going to love. Hello again. It's nice to see you. My name is Davy, and this is The Sandwich Show. And it's a variety stream. It's a variety channel we have here on Twitch. And once a week, I like to feature someone from the content creator from anywhere in the world, from everywhere in the world. Tonight, we are pointing our attention to North Carolina, where our good friend and great supporter of the Twitch community and a guitar streamer and a friend with several original songs which are now on the music platforms. He loves country, he loves R&B, he loves rock, and he's our friend Eddie Brown. What's going on, Eddie? So nice to see you. Welcome.
Hey guys.
So, well, it's great to see you and your incredible collection of guitars. It's quite an honor to have you here tonight. I do want to say hello to Bob Blaho Music. Mods, if we can give our friend Bob Blaho a shout. Brown Country, as we mentioned, your wife is in the chat too. Brown Eyed Girl is in the chat as well. And I believe there's one other. I think I just got to double check who. Oh, yeah, Stuart Hayek, who was kind enough to join. And your nephew, That Eflat Guy, has joined us. It's great to see you. So glad
you're Ryan.
Ryan, it's great to see you. Bob. Let's go. Give the shout outs to all the appropriate folks. But yeah, Bob, it's so nice to see you. What you both have in common, you have really good cozy vibes on your channel, and I think it's really nice to anytime I'm on your stream. But the thing I would say about your music, Eddie, is that it's not only cozy, but it's like cozy, and also like you can get you going because like you got some really good grooves with like some of the songs. Like you did a Bill Withers song today, earlier on your stream, and you've done a lot of really fun jams. I think we closed with a really good song that I know is a big favorite. But you got some danceable stuff in your song list, Eddie. I gotta say.
Oh, thank you.
You got it.
It's always fun when people are, when people are doing the dance emotes and stuff. It's always fun.
Yeah, for sure. But I think it's really neat to see your journey of music and how many different types of genres that you're involved in. I mean, how would you attribute your breadth in the kinds of music that you listen to? Because it's definitely cool to have that kind of knowledge and to have that interest in so many different genres. But what do you think it comes from?
Well, originally I first started playing guitar around 7 years old, and I begged and begged and begged my father for a guitar. And so he told me, he said, I will get you a guitar, but you have to promise me that you'll take lessons for at least 1 year. And so I promised him that. And after about the first 3 weeks, my fingers were bleeding. And I'm like, I'm not so sure I like this. But he forced me to keep doing it, which I'm so glad he did. And so I religiously took lessons. And after about a year and a half, 2 years maybe, I stopped taking lessons. But what I did was my music background actually started in church. And I was telling somebody on stream today that in our house, we had a big, huge console TV This was back in the early 60s. It was a black and white TV.
Oh wow.
And on one side of the TV was the TV controls. On the other side was a record player. And so we had all these 45s of the Beatles and, just a lot of old stuff that I listened to that was my mom and dad's. And so I got a real rounded, a lot of country stuff too, but I got a real rounded view of music early. And then I started playing in church. So then I got introduced to religious music, gospel music. I grew up in a Southern Baptist church,
Okay.
and they play all the the real hardcore religious tunes. And so I got introduced to that, and that was a lot of fun. But then as I grew older, I started bands. I was in several different bands along the way, and we got into a little bit of everything from rock to country rock to old blues stuff. So I've always had a love for any kind of music. I really enjoy. There isn't any music that I can think of that I don't enjoy. I even like Eminem. I mean, I like rap and different things too. So I like it all.
Yeah, that really does take you into that really does cover everything. I mean, so that's really cool. I mean, I think it does. Do you feel like that kind of that cosmopolitan nature in the kind of music you like helps you with your song list and helps you with with what you stream each time you're up?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I always fall back on the stuff that I love, which is country is my
Mhm.
absolute favorite.
Yep.
And classic rock. I enjoy a lot of the classic rock tunes as well. So I always fall back to that. But I also I mean, there's a lot of tunes that I really enjoy playing, like Prince tunes. I love some of Prince's tunes.
Oh, Prince is great. Yeah, yeah, that definitely covers everything. If we're involved, if we have, we have Prince, and you had a Roger Miller song, "King of the Road," earlier today on stream. Like that was a classic too. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I noticed that you definitely have things covering multiple decades too. Like it's definitely but you. It is really neat to see how that happened, and that's pretty great. Our guest tonight is Eddie Brown Music, who, as you mentioned, you specialize in country, but you definitely have dabblings in everything. Speaking of classic rock, I know like some of the great bands that you've covered that you've covered: Fleetwood Mac, Clapton. A lot of inspirations as far as what people do on guitar. Who inspired you? Which musicians inspired you as far as a guitar play?
Well, James Taylor, of course, Eric Clapton, of course, Stevie Ray Vaughan was another good one. Um, Jimi Hendrix was in my early years. I used to love to watch him play. He was so versatile in the way that he played, and he could kill a guitar. I mean, just from bottom to top. And then BB King, I used to love to just watch BB King and watch him play in riffs because he could like he too would just go all over the fretboard, and he was a lot of fun to watch play.
Yeah, that really covers a lot of legends, right? Doesn't it? Band with that one guy. Good to see you in the chat too. Welcome in for fun
Hey,
for
Josh.
losing. Somebody said, Bob says, what about Screamo?
I saw the death metal in there, Bob.
That is funny.
There's some of that stuff I even like. I mean, it's just I like it all.
Wow. Oh man, you weren't kidding when you said you like it all. I mean, death metal is definitely another dimension. I'm not sure. I'm
There's
not.
a song that my wife she absolutely hates,
Yeah.
but it's a song that and Ryan will know what it is. It was from the Hurricanes. Um, another one, not another one bites the dust. Another one, Ryan, what is it? It's the one that they used to always play at the Hurricanes game.
Wait, are you talking about the Scorpion song "Rock You Like a Hurricane"? Oh
No,
no
no,
no no
no, no.
no no.
It's another one
Different
they
song.
used to bodies. Let the
Bodies.
bodies hit the
There we
floor.
go.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
There it
Yeah,
is.
I love that song.
That's fantastic. I love that. Oh, that's great. So, that really covers a lot. Now you can see behind Eddie Brown, there are so many different instruments. Now, over time, imagine, like, when did you feel like you became? I mean, you started at 7. At what age do you feel like you felt like you had a level of command of the guitar to the point where you're like, okay, I feel good playing this, and then you could like kind of roll with it and do other things. Like, how many years was it before you got to that point?
Honestly, it was probably not until I was 15 or 16 that I
Okay.
felt like I had a fairly good command over the guitar. Um, it, you know, I probably in my younger years, I didn't practice enough. Um, I grew up on a farm, so there was a lot of chores to do. And so I didn't have as much time to do that. And plus, a lot of my times, I like being out in the woods, doing things, that a country boy does. But if I had to practice more, I probably would have gotten to that level a little earlier. But because I didn't practice enough as much as I should, I think it was probably around 15 or 16. And once I got into a band and started playing with other fellow musicians, I really grew a lot faster then
Mm-hmm.
because I had that peer pressure almost to do better. And plus, I learned from them as well. I mean, I had some really talented guys that we played with along through the years, and it really helped me improve.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's great to see. That's great to hear. But I mean, that's great to hear, Eddie. The thing I think my follow up was when you were on the farm. What kind of a farm was it? What was the specialty of the farm?
We grew beef cattle, and it was
Ah,
polled Herefords, and Herefords are the sort of burgundy and white cows,
okay.
and they do not have horns. That's why they call them polled. Polled means without horns, and that's what we raised for the farm. But we did. We also grew all the food, so we did soy beans, hay, wheat, different things for the cows to eat. And so we had a grain bin and all this stuff that we would grow stuff and then store it for the winter. Usually they would graze on the fescue that we planted in the fields during the summer, but as the winter hit and frost started coming in, we had to supplement that with hay and soybeans. So, and we baled them up. You may have seen these great big round bales that farmers do. That's what we had, and you take them out there in the middle of the field, and you just set them out there, and they eat off those big round bales.
Wow. I mean, that sounds like you get some great. That's a good. That yeah. I mean, they always talk about grass fed cows. Like that's pretty much hard. That's pretty much right. Right. Perfect canon. Like perfect. I mean, how I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how I describe it, but that seems like doing it right. Like that's a good diet. And let's go. Hello, LG. It's so good to see you tonight. Thank you for joining us, my friend. I was on an LG show. I was being interviewed, Eddie. It was so fun. It was really great.
Oh, well, hey, LG.
It's good to see you, LG. Welcome in. LG, I got something during when we get to sandwich of the week, I got something a little bit of an extra surprise. Much and Eddie does too. I'm actually so excited to do this. During our show tonight, we're going to be playing some of the new tracks that have been released to the music platforms from Eddie Brown. We'll talk about a little bit about them, inspiration and so on and so forth as we go along. But yeah, now that's really cool. Now you talked about your band. Well, your first band. What kind of music did they play, and then what kind of events did you play at back in those days?
Yeah, my first band was named Yield, like the sign Yield, and the drummer actually went and stole a Yield sign and had it on the front of his drum. So that was something to be said there about my drummer. But yeah, we played mostly at high school dances and pool parties and birthday parties and things like that. Um, we actually had a booking agent, if you can believe that, back then.
Wow.
and they would get us, live gigs. We played at some of the country clubs in Raleigh, which is it was about 15 or 20 miles from where I lived.
Hmm.
It's a bigger city,
Yeah.
and we played like at Northridge Country Club and different clubs we would play at for parties and different things. Um, but yeah, that was the first band, and then we had three other ones that we formed after that.
Yo, that's pretty cool. I mean, I know that when you're that young, like you'll segue into different types of bands, and as you mentioned, you learn things from them. You see chemistry and things like that. But it sounds like you had some great gigs that early in your music career. Pretty good. I mean, it must speak to the kind of, I don't know. I mean, what if you? I assume you were playing pretty popular, playing some pretty popular hits at the time during those gigs.
Yeah, we were playing a lot of like CCR and
Nice.
stuff like that
Hmm.
back then. It was a lot of the stuff that was popular then,
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
and so that was kind of the avenue that we took, and most of the crowd liked stuff like that back then. That was what they wanted to hear, and we played some Elvis tunes and we played Beatle tunes and things like that as well. So
That's pretty sweet. Oh yeah, thank you very much. And yes, yeah, I appreciate all your points, Tammy. Thank you so much for the points for the Sticks Piano Stream Challenge. Likewise, LG, I appreciate you doing so. So you talk, and so you've been in different bands, and so as you segue into being an adult, going through school, things like that. What did you eventually find? But did you continue gigging through your college years and through your adulthood?
well, as right after high school, I went into the Marine Corps.
Oh my
So I was
goodness!
in the
Wow! Oh wow!
Marine Corps for about 4 years.
Hmm.
And then from there, I came back and became a Raleigh police officer
Wow!
after that. And I actually went to college while I was a police officer. So they had a program back then that you could actually go to college at the same time you were being a police officer to get a degree.
Hmm.
So that's what I did. And so I had a police science major.
Okay.
And so I went through several different colleges that they had agreements with to give us, I guess, lower rates on the classes. So, and they were very flexible with you because of schedules. So that helped a lot doing that. But yeah, I was on the police force for about 11, 12 years.
Wow!
Um, and then I was actually involved in an accident and messed my neck up, and actually was retired from the
Oh
police.
dang! Oh, that's
So with my police force and my military career, I was able to get a small pension out of that. So
mhm.
that was always nice, to be able to get that.
Yeah, that's wonderful that you were able to get those benefits. At that point in time. E flat says, "Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when Eddie comes for you?" Did you find that cop spoke to you when you saw that on TV? Like,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah, yeah, that was brought up quite often, actually.
I can imagine. That's great. LG says, I would imagine gigging in police officer would be hard to manage and going to school on top of all that.
Yeah, it was, and I didn't gig for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Actually, I went for years without doing it. Then I got back into it later in life and started playing out again,
Mm-hmm.
and then got out of it again because of family, growing and having kids and all that. And um, then just recently, post COVID, I have started gigging out again. So, and I love it. That's to me, that's you know, streaming is fun, but it's not the same as being face to face with people and getting that, I don't know, that eye to eye contact with them is it's just something special.
Yeah, I totally. Yeah, I know where you're coming from on that, because like you can see when you see people in person, you feel energy in how the crowd reacts to the musician, and back and vice versa. So there's definitely a fun feeling with that. Now Bob says when Eddie sings bad Leroy Brown, I sing along and substitute Eddie with Leroy. Oh, that's pretty good.
Bob actually requested a live learn of that song one time because I didn't have it on my list.
Oh
So
yeah.
he requested a live learn, and I've been playing it ever since.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a fantastic call, Bob. And by the way, so good to see you with us, Bob. I feel a lot of commonality between what Bob does in Chicago and what you do in North Carolina. How did you two meet? Like, you must have hit it off quickly.
We did. I think I can't remember whose stream I met Bob on, but I started listening to him. He started listening to me, and we've become good friends, long distance friends, of course, but we've become good friends.
Pretty good. All right, folks, I know you're all here. Oh, Carly has joined us too. I love it. Carly, welcome in.
Golly.
Shout out Carly Sings. Let me assess that in a second. But LG says it was probably me. I'll tell you. Oh, Bob says it was in KR's channel.
Yes. Okay. I think it was in KR's channel.
Wow. How about that? KR, props to you for bringing people together. Actually, probably Carly says LG. Well, I mean, it's probably in that neighborhood, right? Like, it's probably between Carly and KR, and then whoever the third channel was. Oh, what's going on, Ramos? Welcome in. You've come in at a good time. All right, folks.
But Davey, I have to give props to Ryan, that E-flat guy,
Mm-hmm.
because if it wasn't for him, I would have never been on Twitch.
Oh, that is interesting. I was gonna ask about that.
I started watching Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
and then I met a lot of people on Ryan's channel
Mm-hmm.
through him. So that's kind of where the whole thing started. Was Ryan got the whole ball rolling, kind of.
Oh,
So,
Ryan, thank you so much. Holy cow! I'm so grateful that you made it here, because you're just incredible. You have incredible heart, and I love that. And so does Ryan, for that matter. So it's really cool that you've introduced new people to the platform, Ryan. So did you stream right off the bat, or were you first watching Twitch and then you became a streamer, or did it just happen at the same time?
and no, I watched for a while,
Mm-hmm.
kind of looking at what people were doing,
Okay.
and tried to figure out if it was something that I even wanted to do. And then I started very, very slowly,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and just kind of worked my way into it. And um, now I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I've met so many good people, and as I say all the time, we're all one big happy family, and we really are, because everybody supports everybody on Twitch, and
Yeah.
that's the
Well,
thing I love about it. It's like there's a few mean people on there, but you have to overlook that because there's mean people everywhere. But I would say 99% of the time, everybody that I've met on Twitch has been just gracious and nice and helpful. Um, I mean, I've had people like Leon Bratt, I've asked him questions before,
oh
and
wow.
Calvin Thomas, I've asked them questions before, and
Mm-hmm.
they would come back on Discord and answer those questions for me about different things that they did that I was wondering how they did them. And they would, he would always come back. And so it's like, this guy who has 50,000 followers
Right.
is taking the time to answer a question that I ask him. So that's what I'm saying. It's just such a great community. And, there's everybody that's in here right now that I'm looking at their names,
Mm-hmm.
Lewis, Carly, Stewart, um, LG, I've already said that. Brian,
Mm-hmm.
Bob, all these people, Rahamo, all these people, I know them personally through Twitch, and they're all just really nice people. They're just
Mm-hmm.
nice people.
Yeah, and Robbie just joined us. So Robbie too. Welcome in,
Robbie
Robbie.
G,
Yeah.
he's okay. Robbie's okay.
Well, if anyone would like to give a shout out to our friend Robbie, I'd be most obliged. Meanwhile, you all have come at a very good time, because it is time for the staple of our program, a very special edition, by the way, of our segment tonight, in what we call the Sandwich of the week. And we go to Eddie Brown with a most memorable sandwich. Eddie, I'm ready for your sandwich of the week. What will you be presenting tonight for all of us?
So this is my Elvis special.
Look at this, folks.
It is loaf bread, of course, peanut butter, and it has to be a certain type of peanut butter. It has to be Peter Pan. Can't be that Jiffy crap. Mayo, that has to be Duke's mayo. This is not salad dressing. This is real mayonnaise. Dukes, Dukes. You got to have Dukes. It comes in a yellow jar. And then this is the honey. And this is granola. And everybody knows what this is. This is a banana. So the key to this sandwich is the way that you layer the stuff on the sandwich. So you peel the banana. Now this, you have to watch this very closely because you have to cut the banana directly in half. And then you cut that piece in half. And then you layer it. And the good thing about this is, if you're still hungry after the sandwich, you have a piece of banana left.
Beauty.
And then you take your honey, and the honey goes on the banana.
Look at that drizzle, everybody.
And then you take your granola and put that on. And then you mash it together. And you also have to cut it a certain way. So you have to cut it the way that the bananas are laying the long ways, so that when you spread it apart, you have the ends of banana showing.
Wow.
Are you amazed?
Absolutely. We're all just like if you look at the chat, I mean, we are all just oohing and awing this sandwich right now. I don't even want to change the scene. I just want to keep looking at it. I don't even want my sandwich is going to be a letdown compared to that. Oh my gosh. All right, folks. If you, we're going to take a very quick melon break. We'll be back, and when we come back from the melon break, I will present my sandwich of the week. But honestly, Eddie, this is just fantastic stuff. I will ask when some of us come back from the melon break, I'll also ask about why mayonnaise was the thing. Oh my gosh, Rahomo, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Holy mackerel! Wow.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. Wow. I should just give those back to you, Eddie. I mean, that was an amazing display. That was an amazing demonstration. But honestly, that looks really great. Stuart says Davy settling for second. No, honestly, I'm not going to beat that. I'm not going to beat that. That is an amazing, iconic sandwich. And people in the chat were saying, I feel like we're witnessing history. Yeah, it was pretty sweet. Oh my gosh, did we just get a sub? Yeah, we got the sub. Thank you so much, everybody. We will have a taco bell delivery in a future show. Thank you so much. Just waiting for the ad break to come out, and then we'll continue with the yeah. I realized I wasn't subbed. No, Stuart, that's okay. No worries. Thank you for the sub, though. We have a hype train? Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll wait for folks to come out of the ad break. Oh my gosh, y'all are great. Lateral, so good to see you as well. Can we give a shout out to Lateral Toaster? Oh my gosh. Everybody almost says ad break while Davey runs to the store and gets an impressive sandwich. That sandwich was high worth. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you for Homer for the 1,000 bits. You're that's really nice of you, everybody. Welcome back from the ad break, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the melon break. So now, a couple of important questions. But first, I want to acknowledge we got a hype train. Yeah! Oh, phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. Thank you so much for the hype train, everybody. But back to business. Now let me show everybody my sandwich of the week, which is just not, it's just not going to be as good. I'm just going to say it right now. But I think you'll enjoy it anyway.
Sure it is. Sure it is.
All right, you ready? Here it comes, everybody. Los Angeles' most underrated hamburger, and it is the Del Taco double cheeseburger, done up with all the fixings, and crisp and crinkle cut fries. You can see those, and then I actually got a taco with it just because I was in the mood for a taco. After being on LG's show, I'm like, I gotta have more tacos. I don't think that was enough, but there you go. Here's the taco. The Del Taco from Del Taco. So it's kind of like it's similar to Taco Bell, but not exactly the same. Oh my God, Eddie! Thank you for the 5-month resub. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. So there we are. And folks, we have Hype Train trivia, but before we get to that, I wanted to ask, what inspired mayonnaise as a choice of one of your ingredients for your sandwich?
Because I love Duke's mayo.
Oh wow, that's quality.
And what's funny is Brown Country hates it. He won't eat that. So we have 2 jars of different brands of mayo in our refrigerator.
That's funny. So wait. So Brown Country will take other types of mayo, but not the Duke's mayo? Or is it just like not a fan of mayonnaise at all?
No, she likes mayonnaise, but she will not eat Duke's.
That's crazy.
So we have to have 2 jars.
Oh, wow.
Hellman's, and then Duke's.
What is it? I mean, because I know that Duke's has a special tang to it. Is that what sets it apart? Because I would think you would like. I'd have to try it. I think I need to try it. Unfortunately, they don't have it in California. It seems like a North Carolina thing. But what is
it is a Southern thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, what do they do to make it so tangy? Like, is they adding like mustard or something? I wonder. Would anyone know?
I don't have the jar with me, but it definitely has a little bit sweeter, tangier taste to it than Hellman's.
Brown Country's Duke's is gross.
Duke's is gross.
I can see why you were very specific about the mayonnaise choice. I gotta try it out. I want to give it a shot. Bob says I use Hellman's. They don't have Duke's here. Right. And Stuart says they age in a sunny window to get that taste. I don't know, but can't.
Bob and Davy, I will send you both a jar of Duke's mayo.
Aw, that's very nice of you. You don't have to, but that's very kind of you to consider that. Thank you.
They actually make little mini jars that are about so big. So I'll send you both one of them.
Okay. Sounds good. Now, Eddie, feel free to have a bite of that sandwich. I mean, it's a great sandwich. And everyone, thank you very much for your resub. LG, thank you for your 100 bits. Brown Eyed Girl, thank you for 300 bits. Tina's in the chat. What's going on? Thank you for the 10-month resub. And the Borks. It was great having Borkfest yesterday. Robbie, thank you for your 7-month resubs. Stuart, thank you for your 15-month resub. And Homo again, thank you for the 1,000 bits. So now, let's enjoy these sandwiches together. Actually, Bob, that's a great idea. Eddie, would you concur that we should make the same sandwich if we get this Duke's mayo?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good idea, Bob.
As late as it is, this could almost be my breakfast.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's why I really appreciated your contribution to the segment tonight, because I know how late it is on the East Coast, like compared to what time people normally would have dinner. So, very much most obliged to have you present this tonight.
This is perfection.
Oh, yes.
And the granola and honey make it very healthy.
Cool. It's a really organic sandwich, Eddie. I mean, that looks just... I'm definitely willing to try it. You know, one thing my mom does... My mom puts mayonnaise in the batter for cake to make a cake. And really, if you think about it, mayonnaise is really just composed of eggs for the most part, and some other ingredients, some oil and other ingredients, and vinegar maybe. But It works great. So I'm like, if it can work for cake, why wouldn't it work for this sandwich?
Well, maybe it will.
I'm gonna give it a shot. But but honestly, Eddie, I mean, I was looking forward to this. It really lived up to the hype. Oil and eggs, says Bob. Yep. So because of our hype train, what we do on hype trains is we present hype train trivia. And tonight's category, Eddie, we're gonna test your knowledge of guitars. So as you continue enjoying the sandwich, let's roll these out. I will present the questions, and everybody in the chat, feel free to guess along. Eddie, I would just make sure to not look at the chat during the segment, because otherwise they would give away some of the answers. So
Okay.
let's do it. Guitar trivia for Eddie Brown. Let's see how we. Yeah.
You can't see it.
Okay. I love it. Stuart says, let's do it. All right, here we go. And away we go. We start. We're going to go with question number 1. How many strings are on a typical bass guitar?
4.
You got it. 1 for 1. And next, is the guitar solo on Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits an electric guitar or an acoustic guitar?
Acoustic.
Electric. Good guess, though. That's a tough one. Chat gets a point for that. Question number 3. In what decade did Gibson invent the first distortion pedal popularized by the Rolling Stones?
What decade?
Yeah.
70s. No, 60s.
It is the 60s. Got it right. And so you're two right so far. Very nice. All right, question number 4. Which guitar brand makes the Stratocaster?
That would be the Fender.
Yes.
brand.
3 right. 3 right so far in our round. Question number 5. What song features David Gilmour's a very well-known David Gilmour guitar solo? See, I hate this question because it's like, how would you know what that is? Well, let's just say, what song in The Wall features David Gilmour's one most well-known guitar solo? It's a tough one. Go ahead, Crickster.
Another brick in the wall.
Oh,
I don't know.
that definitely has a great guitar solo. Not the answer we're looking for. Good guess, though. It's Comfortably Numb. Okay, question number 6. That's a tough question, though. What do a guitar and a piano have in common?
Strings.
Yeah, you got it. 4 right for Eddie Brown. Next question. What other genre of music did classical composer John Williams perform in the 60s and 70s?
Classic rock.
Good guess. Not what we were looking for. He was a jazz guitarist in those days.
Oh.
Yep. Question 8. What instrumental guitarist from the 50s is also the name of a guitar model?
Chet Atkins.
That's another good guess. Not quite. We were looking for Les Paul. Yeah. Next question. Which famous guitarist was known for smashing his guitar to pieces on stage?
The guy with the Who.
Yeah. What
was it? I can't remember his name.
What's
his name?
Starts with a P.
Frampton.
You got
I have no idea.
You got half of it. I'll give it to you. Pete Townsend. Yeah. Question 10. But you got it right. But you got the idea. You had it on the note. You were right there. Question number 10. What are the 2 most common materials for guitar strings?
Bronze and silver, I guess. Bronze is one, I know, because I use bronze strings on mine.
Ooh. Well, I think the other answer would have been nylon. So
Nine.
nylon was
Okay.
the other choice, but you definitely had the metal part of it correct. Oh wait, no, this question's not fair. I'm gonna let the chat answer this one. Question number 11: true or false? And if you know it too, Eddie, let us know. So this is for everybody. Does Jomsy play a 12-string guitar? So Jomsy's our good friend. He streams.
50-50 chance. I say yes.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Carly. I appreciate your... I'm glad you like the questions. You're correct. It's true. He does play a 12-string guitar on stream. Question 12. Which color is also a brand name for guitar amplifiers?
Color. Which color? And you got me. I'm thinking crepe, but I don't know. It's orange.
Wait,
is it orange?
It is orange. Yes, you got it. It's orange. Yeah. And next question. Which iconic amplifier brand is best known for distortion and crunch?
Marshall?
Yes. Got it right again. 8 right so far in this round. And question 14. Can you name 4 of Eric Clapton's most well-known bands? 4 of Eric Clapton's most well-known bands.
Oh, God, no. I can tell you no.
Would you know one?
No.
Oh, okay.
I never kept up with stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
That stuff kind of goes right out of my head.
Okay, no problem. The bands. Let's see if the chat can get it. Would you all know the? Okay, so yeah, you got one. Bob
Cream.
guessed Cream. Yep, that's one. Crickster says my phone corrected it to crotch.
Crotch.
All right. Can does the chat have another guess? Well, let the chat keep answering that. Next question, though. Last question. Which U.S. state is Foo Fighters guitarist Dave Grohl from? He's a guitarist.
1 out of 50 chance. I'm going to say Florida.
Good guess, but not the answer. The answer is Ohio. But yeah. Now let's go back to the chat and see what everyone got. So you got Cream, yes. You got the Yardbirds, yes. Derek and the Dominoes, yes. So you have one left. What was the question? Which
band's
U.S.
Eric
state
Clapton.
is Dave Grohl from? Was the question?
Oh.
Yeah. But going back to 4 of Eric Clapton's most well-known bands, and there's one more. The father said the Dirty Mac. You know, that could honestly be right, Crickster. Eric and the Claptons. Well, he got pretty close with Derek and the Dominoes, right? It's pretty much the same idea. Oh, we have an injunction. Robbie says Grohl is from Virginia, right? You know what? We're gonna have to go to the tape on that one. All right, Warren, Ohio. Right. Davey was right. How about it? But Eddie, thank you so much for participating in Sandwich Show Trivia. There were some tough questions in there. But thank you again for hanging out with us. And now, I would like to give the chat a chance to ask you some questions as well. I actually have an additional question to ask as well. On top of that, and this is a segment we do, Eddie. If you've been here before, we love to give the chat a chance to ask questions in what we call America's favorite moment in Twitch broadcasting.
Do the dance. It's time for random questions. Good stuff. Ask us anything.
All right, let's do it. Eddie, we now give it to the chat to ask questions of you. The way you do it, exclamation point question followed by the question itself. Let's give it to the mods to open the queue. Exclamation point open queue will open the queue up for us. So let me just wait until that's ready to go. Robbie says I got 8 minutes until going live. Probably should set up. Might be back with a raid, depending on who goes longer. No worries, Robbie. Have a great show tonight. I know there's a lot to cover on your show tonight, so thank you so much for joining us. Shout out to Robbie G as well, of course, our good friend and the host of the Sports on the Hill podcast. Yeah, definitely, Robbie. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Have a good one, Robbie.
Yeah, it's great to see it. You know, and I do love that Robbie's a big supporter of your work, Eddie. While we wait for the questions to come in, actually, we've got a question right now. But first, before we get to questions, I would like to play one of the tracks from that are one of your new tracks. Let us start with The Road. And do you want to talk over it, or do you just want to play it in the clear? Either it's up to you, but I definitely would love to learn a little bit more about it as we go along.
Either way, I can either talk over it or talk before or after.
Okay. So this is The Road, my friends. Check it out. Oh, are we doing this right? I look like this is a really long intro. I may make sure I got this correct. Why was I not hearing anything? That's strange. Oh, there you go. There you go. That should work. I do like this song.
Saw a friend that I'd forgotten somewhere along the way. Said she knew my face, but somehow she couldn't seem to place my name.
This is great.
I told her and she smiled and said that
I love that, Chad. Thank you so much for the emotes.
This song was actually recorded in Nashville.
Wow.
Blacksmith Records.
Okay. That's so cool. How did it feel recording in Music City? What a thrill.
It was awesome.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So cool. Could you tell us a little bit about some of the musicians that are playing on this track?
Yeah, the drummer actually played with Willie Nelson for a while.
Wow.
The guitarist and the pianist had played with the name has just slipped right out of my head. Brooks and Dunn.
Wow.
They played with them.
Mm-hmm.
So they were very good.
Yeah. Legends. I mean, they played with legends. That's really, really cool. What an honor. Now,
Blacksmith Records, there's been a lot of really big names that have recorded there.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys have recorded with a lot of them and played with a lot of them. So.
Super cool. You mind if I put the link in the chat for the this link in the chat so folks can find your music?
Absolutely.
Okay. So this is great, Eddie. And then, so when you did the vocal sessions, like, how many takes do you think it took for a given song before you felt like you had what you wanted for a particular track?
I was there for 2 days.
Okay.
And we did those 3 songs that are there.
Mm-hmm.
We did all 3 of those while we were in Nashville.
Oh, okay. So you did it all in one go. Okay. Pretty good.
So, yeah, the first day we were laying down the music, and pretty much the second day we did nothing but vocal tracks.
That must have been great. I mean, how would you describe the process of people putting the music together? Because as you know, in studio recording, you start with rhythm section, and then you start with guitar. Well, like, for example, like, were those parts recorded in the same sequence, or did they just do the guitars first and then... Because usually you have to record the rhythm before you can do anything else, right?
Well, yeah, well, actually, I sent them... They wanted me to send them a recording, so I recorded those 3 songs with me just playing the guitar and singing it.
Okay.
So they would kind of know. And then when I got there, they said, okay, here's 3 choices of the way that we can lay this song out.
Yeah.
And so I got to choose on each song kind of the way that I wanted the song to go.
Okay.
And then we changed a few things along the way as we were playing. But it was a very simple process.
Wow.
I tell you, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the guys were just so nice. In fact, the song, the hard to understand why, one of the musicians said, "Did you really write that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did. I promise you, I wrote it."
I know
He fell in love with that song. He's
so
like, "Man,
cool.
I love this song."
I love that. It's remarkable to see. I love the mutual respect that's coming both ways between these cool musicians and yourself. That's really cool. That is really cool. So, folks, that was The Road. Get it on all the platforms. There's a link to to Eddie's Spotify page. Highly recommend checking that out. Really, really cool. Thanks for sharing that with us. We'll play a couple more tracks later on as the time allows. But thank you for the claps. All right, so let's get to some questions. Lots of good ones tonight, Eddie. First from Stuart Hayek. The question is, how is the hip?
Well, there's a backstory to that because Stuart had a hip operation, a hip replacement, and he and I have been talking about that. So, and I've got to have one sometime in the near future. So the hip is still there. It's it's still occasionally giving me problems, but it's still functional enough where I can get around. But it's going to be very near in the future that we're going to have to get a hip replacement. So.
That's good to hear. I know from talking to Stuart about it that it's a process getting that appointment for this procedure. So I'm wishing you best of luck, sending you good vibes, and then after it's done, recovery vibes too. So it'll be the long term is going to be amazing stuff. So I'm excited for you, Eddie, in a lot of ways. So all right, great. Thank you for the question, Stuart. So next from LG. If you could open for any musician, any era, who would it be?
Oh, God. It would have to be, I think it would be a tie between Garth Brooks, because he put on such a wonderful show. I mean, just unbelievable shows that he put on. Or I think the tie would be between him and James Taylor.
Oh, what great choices. Great choices, Eddie. Yeah. I definitely had that vibe that you were a big Garth Brooks fan. And before we get to the next question, I was wondering if you'd ever had the privilege of seeing Garth, or even James Taylor for that matter. Did you have the privilege of seeing either one in person?
I've seen James Taylor in person, but I've never seen, Garth puts on such a huge show.
Mm-hmm.
There was not a venue back in the day large enough in Raleigh to hold him. So he was doing stadiums,
That's
we
true.
didn't have anything like that. We didn't have the Hurricanes here then, we just didn't have a big stadium, big enough to do that. So, yeah, he put on such a big production. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his concerts, but they are productions.
Yeah.
He definitely gets the crowd going. So
I believe it. I've seen footage of concerts. It's spectacular. Absolutely. And LG says, I knew you'd go Garth. And Crickster says Garth Brooks was a great show person and a very giving guy.
yes, he was.
Very much.
Yes, he was. Or he is still.
Yeah. 100%. Carly with the approved emotes. Thank you for the those new emotes. Those come from Monsamerky, these new approved emotes. Big time thumbs up. I really like it. It's really nice. Eflat says, sorry about the hip, but what about the hip hop, the hippity hip hop, but don't stop rocking.
Because I can't stop. Come alive, y'all. Tell me what you got. I'm guaranteed.
Eddie, one more question. Hotel, motel.
Holiday Inn.
Yeah, let's go. That's fantastic. Thank you, Eddie. Next question in our queue from Crickster82. And I know the answer, but I'm excited to ask it anyway. Crickster's question: what mayo is the best? If you say Miracle Whip, you are wrong.
Dukes.
Yup.
Dukes.
I dig that so much. Chad loves it. Good job, Ryan. Ryan tapped out that whole thing. Ryan did type out that entire thing. Crickster says, love you anyway. I love it, Crickster. Thank you so much. Oh, we got a raid. Thank you so much for joining us, Wall Street VH. It's good to see you. Oh, you are really bringing together the entire acoustic community, Eddie. This is great. I love it. I predict a riot. I predict a riot. That comes from a band called The Killers that were pretty big in the mid 2000s. Hello, everybody. My name is Davy. I'm a variety streamer out of Los Angeles, and I host interviews each week here on this here sandwich show. This week's guest is our good friend Eddie Brown at Eddie Brown Music. If you want to learn more about him, !guest to find out more about his story. Wall Street VH, it's so great to see you here joining us tonight. How was your stream? Wall Street VH is an awesome musician here on Twitch. Please, mods in chat, give our friend Wall Street VH a shout out, and everyone give him a follow too. Like I think it'd be great to support our friends mutually. But welcome, Raiders. So nice to see you. And yeah, this is great. Now, it's really cool to see. You know, we just talked a little bit about getting to know Bob. Are there some other guitar streamers that you really have good friendships with within the platform?
Did I freeze up?
No, you're still here. I hear you.
Okay, what was the question again?
Oh yeah, the question was, who are some of the other friends that you know that you've gotten to know on the platform that you're particularly good friends with?
Well, of course, I've really become good friends with Bob. Of course, he's my bud. KR.
Mm-hmm.
Also, have done a lot of stuff with talking back and forth with JXO Texas, JXO Tex.
Mm-hmm.
You know him?
I do.
He's been very good. Jeff is, you guys know Mr. Jeff TV.
Mm-hmm.
He and I have talked about a lot of music stuff. What is trying to think of the guy's name? Sergeant Major. He's another one.
I've met him in chat. I should go check out Sergeant Major's show.
He's cool.
Yeah.
I Am Richard. If you've ever heard I Am Richard.
I have. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He and I have talked about stuff, and he's such a great, and he and I have a lot of the same vibe, kind of a slow, sort of a slow roll on a lot of songs. I take a lot of songs that are faster and slow them down because it fits my style better.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, that's kind of his style as well. He'll take a song and make it his own, and that's kind of what I really enjoy doing.
I love that so much. Like, don't just copy the style, but make it your style. I love that. I love that attribute. I think it's anyone that
Dan Tremblay.
Dan Tremblay. Yes,
he is unbelievably good. He's a loop artist extraordinaire.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
He really can throw things down. It's just amazing, what he does.
Absolutely. Yeah, Dan Tremblay is incredibly talented as well. I completely agree. So, friends, if you're joining us, thank you so much for the raid, Wall Street VH. It's so nice to see you. I appreciate you coming and joining us tonight. If you'd like to ask a question of our friend Eddie Brown Music, please do. The way you do it is by using !question in the chat, followed by the question itself. And much love to your channel, too. And thank you for the follow, Louie. Wait, what was that song about Louie? Louie. Yeah, that one, I think. Yeah, you're very welcome, Wall Street. And thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I always had a lot of fun with Wall Street's name because it makes me think. I think a lot of people think Wall Street is a is a stocks and mods channel, but our friend is a musician and a good one at that. So
I gave you a follow, Wall Street, so I'll check out you in the future.
love it. Well, thanks. That's very kind of you, Eddie. So let's get to the next question. And it's a question I think a lot of us have. From Brown Eyed Girl 33. How many guitars do you have, and which is your favorite?
Is Brown Country still on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. And my favorite is my 1994 Gibson Dove.
Wow.
And bought this one brand new back in 1994.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you can see in the sound hole or not, but I had sent this back, and inside the sound hole, it says made especially for Eddie Brown.
Wow.
It's kind of hard to see it, but
Mhm.
this is a Gibson Dove,
Mhm.
and it's my favorite.
That's
absolutely.
That is beautiful. Oh my goodness. What a treat to have your name on the inside of the guitar as well. It's not surprising then that your avatar that you use for your channel features that guitar.
It does.
I love it. I love it. Carly says, "Wow, that's awesome." It really is. Like it was. That's pretty awesome. Thank you for showing that to us. Like, I didn't even realize they had a red. Like, they had like it was painted red on the bottom. That's pretty neat. I don't see a lot of guitars with that finish, but
yeah, it's the they call it burgundy,
uh-huh.
and so whenever that burgundy color on the back, it does look red in the camera, but it's more burgundy actually.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Oh, we got a melon break. Okay, so hold on, let me just notify the chat. But keep those questions coming, everybody. If you got a question for our friend Eddie Brown Music, keep them, send them on in. These are really great.
LG's comment. Do you see LG's comment? My original Twitch name used to be Gibson Dove.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's a cool name. Do you still use that in other things?
No, but when I first started streaming, I used Gibson Dove.
Okay. So. Pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Bob. Thank you for the update. Welcome back, everybody. It's nice to see you all back here. Thank you for thank you for hanging out during the melon break. We have returned with Eddie Brown Music, and thank you Noseborough Music for the follow. Thank you so much. I appreciate your follow tonight. Again, we'd love to take some more of your questions tonight. Exclamation point question followed by the question itself in the chat, and we'll be glad to get that for you. And I have a question that I will add to the queue myself. But first, this from
I have to say hey to Noseborough.
Noseborough, so nice to see you tonight. Noseborough, I'm just double checking. Noseborough is a streamer, or is it? If you do stream, let us know. We will be glad to shout you out, my friend. But Noseborough, it's so good to see you tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for the follow once again. So this question from E-Flat for Eddie: was there a pedal effect on your voice a few minutes ago? I think I heard that. So, and for Davy,
yes, I accidentally hit my TC Helicon.
Oh, okay.
I have the Harmony Singer 2. That is it's for harmonies.
That's cool. Okay, I've seen that in use before on within Twitch Music, so pretty neat. And Noseborough, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Yes, mods, can we go ahead and give a shout out to Noseborough Music as well? And yeah, let's go follow Noseborough Music in addition. The question for me was, why do you call an ad break a melon break? And it's actually quite arbitrary. I just thought it'd be a fun name for a break. Because I just feel if you just literally call it an ad break, I feel like it's kind of well, it's ads, but it also is something for people who are subbed to the channel. So when you're subbed, you can watch that part of the show ad free. So I just called it a melon break. So it's kind of just it's a euphemism for a timeout. Do you remember like in youth soccer, they would take breaks and there'd be like snacks? So I that's kind of where that comes from. But using melon specifically is just arbitrary. I just thought it sounded cool. So any other questions for Eddie Brown tonight, everyone? E-Flat says, yeah, Eddie and Sashi Boom are the only ones I've really seen use it. Interesting. So you have something in common with Sashi Boom. That's interesting.
Cool.
I love that. It's a fun little fact.
JXO uses it too.
Oh, that is cool. Rosie attempts. Oh, hello, Rosie. Welcome to the chat. So good to see you tonight. Come on in.
Rosie.
Rosie says, hello. I was told this was the place to be right now. You are absolutely correct. It's so great to see you tonight. We would love to take your questions for Eddie Brown. I got one for you. So here it is. Eddie, you are the only person I could on Twitch I could ask this question about. Or ask this question. I could ask for this question. What was Ryan like as a child?
Ryan, I tell you, I've ever since Ryan was born, he has been music. Everything has been music with him. He was such a sweet kid growing up. Except sometimes at grandma's house, he'd get a little testy, and he would, he would do what little kids do and cry and whine, but all of the kids did it, and I can remember, lots of times, and all parents say this is, my kids are never going to cry like that. Well, my kids cried just like that too. Yeah. Kids are going to cry, and kids are going to do. I'm trying to find a picture here. Here it is.
Oh, I love this. I would love to see this.
So, see if you can see this.
I think I can see that. Let's see. Bring it a little closer. I think I sort of see it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, I see you.
That's me and Ryan playing at church.
That's adorable. Look at that tie. Ah, look at our buddy Ryan. I love it.
That was me and Ryan. But Ryan, when Ryan was younger, like I said, he always loved music. He would stand in front of the TV, and I can't remember the tape. Brown-eyed girl can probably remember what it is, but there was a tape that he would stand and he would just sway back and forth and just listen to that. And like MTV or something would come on, and he'd be up there dancing and playing the air guitar. Fantasia.
Nice.
But that was his favorite. And man, I tell you, he was. I mean, he was so musically inclined. And when he actually started playing the piano and different things, I mean, he just excelled so quickly that it was just amazing to me to watch him grow into a musician and to the great musician that he is now.
Yeah, 100%. It seems evident, in getting to know our good friend Ryan, like it's music, that one can say music's in their blood. It quite literally feels like it's in his blood in this case. Like it's definitely
he's a natural for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So Fantasia, what class? That's so chic. But friends, we'd love to take some more questions for Eddie Brown. If you've got them, please send them in. We've got a few more minutes with our good friend Eddie Brown Music. You've talked about some gigs that you've been involved in, and even ones that you're doing more recently. I mean, what kind of gigs are you looking forward to doing in the near future?
Well, there's a little bar that I'm playing Friday night. This Friday night, there's a little
nice.
It's called the Creedmoor Beer and Wine Market.
Ooh.
And it's a country hole in the wall. It used to be a gas station that they converted into a little bar, but it's literally a mile and a half from my house. And so I played there a few times before. I do some open mics there when they have them, but I'm playing again there Friday night. But yeah, there was a place that I played. It was, the name of the place is Rudino's, and it had a rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
I used to play there a lot back pre-COVID, and that was always one of my funnest places. It was one of the fun places to play. But there's several new places here in town that I'm trying to get into. that one is a winery that just opened up about 5 months ago, and it's a wedding venue, and but they have a bar and restaurant and stuff there. So I'm trying to get into that as well.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I love this. I love the vibe of wineries and breweries for acoustic music. So it's a great fit. I feel like you pair together really well. Kind of like I don't know, like a nice steak and a red wine. You know, Rosie, I love your question. Let's ask this next. Eddie, what would you say is your most surprising song or music artist you find inspiration from or really enjoy? Well, have a good look, Carly.
See you, Carly. Have a good look. I think currently, I am just in love with Chris Stapleton's music.
Ooh.
He, to me, is just one of the best country artists out there right now. And then secondly is a guy named Jelly Roll. I don't know if you've heard any of his music, but he was actually on the CMT and won some awards last night. But yeah, Chris Stapleton to me is just, he has some of the greatest songs, and he sings with his heart when he sings. And it's just such good music to me. But if you were talking about growing up, Rosie, and what I would say back then was probably from my earliest days, I would probably say it would be the Beatles, Rolling Stones, those type of people, because that's what I listened to on the 45 records on our big console TV thing that we used to listen to.
Is there an artist that you like that you don't think people would expect you to like out there?
Well, like I said before, I like Eminem. I like almost all of his stuff.
That's right.
I like a lot of his stuff. But yeah, I mean, I used to like the Beastie Boys. I mean, remember them?
I do. Absolutely. Yeah.
I enjoyed them, a lot of their stuff. A lot of the early hip hop artists and rap artists, I when that stuff first started coming out, I was like, man, this is different. It was different back then, and I liked it though.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. See, I told everybody Getty's a cool person. Like he was in on this. He was in on the scene way before it was cool. Before everybody else is on it. I love it.
I don't know about that, but
well, either way, I think it's neat that you have that you have the interest in such as you mentioned at that time, cutting edge music and cutting edge trends in music. So that's pretty neat. Catching up on chat. Crickster82 says Jelly Roll is definitely an interesting person, and enjoy your lurk, Harley. And I do want to mention Breddington Frothing Slosh with a 19-month resub. Thank you so much for the lurk, my friend. And I appreciate you chiming in with the resub. Really great to see you again, Brett. Can we give a shout out to Breddington Frothing Slosh, my friends? Now, Rosie says Eddie is so cool. I'm telling you, Rosie. I'm telling you. Yeah. Noseborough Music says a hipster before it was cool. That's a good way to put it. But yeah, great times. Now, was there another one that I might have missed up further up? Let's see. Lateral says Carly says she's lurking, but she's never too far away from her keyboard. That's on brand. But do enjoy the lurk either way, Carly. It's kind of amazing. This has been an extraordinary night. Carly has been here for about an hour, and she has not pushed that button that she normally pushes for the Jelly Bean Redeem even yet, which I honestly am quite surprised. Like normally it would have been within the first 10 minutes, but Carly, do enjoy the. Oh no.
You shouldn't have said it.
I forgot about Lateral. Thank you.
Shouldn't have said it.
That's well played, Lateral. Let's do. I know I did this to myself. I really did. I was so close to making it out of the night, but I haven't. I truly. All right, let's go try Bean tonight, everybody. Well, even though Carly's lurking, I want to give a shout out to her for this dish, which I won in a Carly Sings raffle. Thank you so much, Carly. Eflat says Davy secretly enjoys dirty dishwater. Holy Moses. Hey, but good news. Well, I mean, relatively good news. I don't know if being boozled could ever actually be completely good news, but relatively good news. It's the return of the dirty bandage / pomegranate bean. It has been a minute. I haven't had one of these in a while. Let's see which one it is. Eflat says it's all in that. Uh-oh. Eflat says, that's my conspiracy theory and I'm sticking to it. Eddie, have you ever had the privilege of having Bean Boozled beans? Not even just on stream, but like at all. Like, have you ever tried these jelly beans?
No, and I never will.
You are the smart one. You're the smart one. Let's see which one this is tonight. Man. Dirty Bandage, welcome back to my life. Chat wins.
So Davey, let me tell you something else about me that a lot of people don't know. Is I am also a woodworker.
Oh.
And I enjoy working in wood. And I just wanted to show you this. This is a tray that I made for my lovely wife. And it's made from oak. And the center pieces there are wooden inlays that are just different types of wood.
Wow.
This was a tray that I made for her. And you can see the dovetailed edges there.
Yeah, I do.
But and this is my woodworking logo here.
Oh wow, Crosscut Creations. What a great name for a company.
But yeah, this is another thing that I enjoy doing other than music is I love turning wood into things.
Yeah. So I can imagine you have a lot of homemade bookshelves in your home, things like that.
No, actually I don't. Not bookshelves. I have a lot of bowls. I have a lot of cutting boards, different things like that. But excuse me, Brown-Eyed Girl actually has one of my cheese cutting boards.
Oh, so, yo, that sounds great. That must be really cool. Like, Brown-Eyed Girl, if you have a photo of that, that sounds great. I love the finish on that. Oh, LG says, wait, is that what you made the sandwich on? So did you make the sandwich on that tray?
It was.
Ooh.
Yes.
So the graphic on the inset is just different types of wood and there's like different stains on them, I think.
No, it's actually the color of the woods. The bird is actually made out of dogwood, which is a very white wood.
I see.
The sun is made out of it's called purple wood, and it's kind of a purpley tint. And then the mountain itself was made out of something called rosewood, which also has a reddish tint to it. But there's no stain on those. That's actually the color of the wood.
Wow.
The exterior edge of it, which is sort of a browner color, there is a stain on that. That's a walnut.
Gotcha.
A little bit of walnut stain on that, but the inside is natural oak on the inside. So
that's really cool. Eddie, where would you get the wood? Like, where would you source the wood to make these creations? Do you find it outside? Do you go to the store for this sort of?
Well, a lot of the stuff that I have used is from storm-failed trees, where a storm has dropped a tree and I've cut pieces out of it and saved it. We had a tree when we bought our house. We had to take a tree down because it was too close to the house, and it was a white oak tree. And I cut it up into sections, and I've made probably 50 cutting boards out of that. But, it has to cure for a couple of years, so you can't use wet lumber. You have to let it cure and dry out. So, but yeah, I probably made at least 50 cutting boards out of that tree and the pieces that I kept.
That's pretty clever. Finding wood from the falling down from the storm and making something out of it. Really beautiful, I might add. Like that's fantastic. You're very welcome, Nosebro. Thank you very much for joining us. Enjoy your lurk, my friend. Look who's back from the lurk.
Harley's asking you what the bean flavor was.
It was the bean flavor tonight was Dirty Bandage or Old Bandage. And it sure was. So bad. Disgusting. Taste of rubber and plastic and gunk and blood.
Ugh.
Not my favorite. But E-flat with a question, and the question is, can you share your guitar art?
Guitar art. Oh, yes. Hold on one second.
Oh my goodness.
One second.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
So this is a guitar that I made out of cedar. This was another storm felled tree, and it's not a working guitar, but it's just a piece of wall hanging. But the pegs are walnut, the frets are walnut, the dots are walnut, the pickups are walnut, as well as the knobs here.
That is amazing looking.
So this was one piece of solid cedar, and so I was able to cut this all out and make a nice little fire guitar out of it. And it kind of, when I saw the veining in the cedar, it just made me think of fire. So that's kind of the reason that I did the bottom of it the way that I did.
It looks really cool. It looks really cool. I want to welcome our new rating party of 5. What's going on, Brad? It's good to see you.
Welcome, Brad.
Oh, sorry. I predict a riot. I predict a riot. Brad, Lauren Ipsum, so good to see you again. Thank you so much for the raid, everybody. I hope the Party of 5, not the Party of 5 with Jennifer Love Hewitt, but another Party of 5, which is an awesome party nonetheless. Had a great stream. Brad, how was your stream? Our friend Brad has an awesome Drinking Bird stream and really makes some great playlists. Really cool stuff, Brad. I'm really glad to have you here tonight. So follow our friend Brad Lauren Ipsum on Twitch here. The link is in the chat, everybody. And thank you for joining us. My name is Davy. I'm a variety streamer in Los Angeles, and I host and each week I host a sandwich show Q&A. Tonight's guest is the incredible Eddie Brown. Not only incredible at guitar playing, but apparently guitar art, which just looks phenomenal. Like, I bet you some musicians are looking at, they're like, I would love a guitar that looks like that.
Yeah, it was fun to make. It was a lot of fun to make.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So E-flat, thank you so much for the prompt to share the guitar art. That looks rather impressive, and it would look even more impressive if I saw it in person. I'm sure it looks phenomenal. So, Tina, absolutely. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, Tina. So Brad says, although if Nev Campbell was with me, you would know about it, right? Yeah, 100%. So let's see. Does anybody have any? We'll do a last call for questions. So exclamation point question followed by the question itself. If you want to ask a question of our friend Eddie Brown Music, who's a guitar streamer on Twitch, also a looper, and as you have a lot of other pedals, as you mentioned, there's a harmony pedal that you talked about earlier, which is pretty neat. Let's play another song of yours. We're gonna go with another cut called "Hard to Understand Why." Hard to understand why. Let's give it a listen. Folks, if you're joining us from the raid, this was recorded in Nashville with a lot of really amazing experienced musicians. And Eddie, if you feel free to share some thoughts on this song and
this song was came from a news story about a lady that had been abused by her husband.
Oh man. Wow.
And she had actually tried to kill him and the bullet missed the mark.
Oh my gosh.
to the tune, to the words. But and then she went to prison for it. But she was kind of glad she was in prison because she was away from it. She was.
Oh, I see. Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty intense. It's kind of a sad ending, but it's kind of like, well, if you were to, yeah, that's just sad. That's just sad. But it is part of life. Some people go through things like this. That's, yeah, there it is. That's easy to see why she came here. I mean, 100%. Like, that's, yeah. It's a great song, Eddie. Like, wow. Wow. But it just goes to show you can take things like this and make them into music. And it's a, yeah, LG, I'm with you. Everlyn, welcome in. It's good to see you tonight. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us.
I mainly did this song for awareness because,
yeah,
you know, so many people live with that.
Yeah.
And they, their friends don't know about it. They hide it well. And then sometimes it ends up with a death. And it's horrible when that happens.
Absolutely. I think awareness is such a key thing here. It's kind of the same thing with domestic. I mean, this actually is about the same thing, but people in an abusive relationship are extremely scared to share their story with anybody because they're worried about repercussions. And so a song like this can definitely go a long way to raise awareness. Bobby, right? This sounds amazing. Like, ooh, that ending. Was that all? What inspired that ending? That's a great ending. Wow. That just takes me back. That's a good ending.
Thank you.
So touching, says Tina. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Crix just says, I personally thank you for bringing awareness to domestic violence. It is very, 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 very dear to my heart. Oh, Crixter, I'm sorry you had to. If you have gone through things like that, I'm really sorry. You know, you have our sympathies in there, and you know, I guess that's sort of the thought right behind a song like this. You're not alone, and
Bob says that's a country ending.
yeah, right. Like it is a country ending. That was a beautiful ending to that song. You know, in this gets brought. You know, relationships are brought up a lot in country music. I think even Garth had like an amazing song about a relationship and how one was even trying to. I don't know if it went to as far as murder, but like there was definitely like some tension in
Under
the
Rose.
I think that was the one. Yeah, I think that was it. That's his song, folks.
He's cheating on her, and he comes home and she smells the perfume. And actually, he wrote he wrote another verse to that.
Yes, I was reading. My friends were telling me about the added verse, which he would perform in concert.
Yeah.
Wow. And it and it just adds punctuation to this. Oh, that's a great song. What was it called again? Just for our audience.
Thunder Rolls.
Thunder Rolls, folks. Find it because that song is great too. Tina French with a question. As we play through this, I'm going to play your last of your original tracks that has just been released. This is called Winter Wonderland by the Sea, and I think I heard it on stream today too. So remember, you can request any of these tracks at Eddie Brown Music when he's on Twitch. So you can check it out for yourself as performed live on Twitch as well. So here it comes. I appreciate you, Crickster. I'm glad to know that.
It's cold out on the ocean.
Ooh.
Seasons have passed by. The tourists have all gone away. So watch another sunrise while we walk down.
The pianist was from Brooks and Dunn here as well.
Nice.
The sand meets the tide. Storm cloud silhouettes, the orange red eastern sky. But it's a winter
jazzy ballad.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it.
Flying banners in the sky.
This is about Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Myrtle Beach is that's beautiful. Oh, it's got to be phenomenal. I hope to visit someday. Do you do any golf references? Like this was a hole in one.
This was 2000.
Okay.
I was walking on the beach on New Year's Day, and it was cold and it was windy, and the froth was blowing up. And so when I got back to my wife's parents' beach cottage, I immediately wrote the song. And literally, it took me 10 minutes to write the song, and had everything together in no more than 10 or 15 minutes. Words just kind of rolled right out of me.
That, a place is special when you can write a song about it that quickly. I mean, I think that speaks to just how amazing some place is. That's really cool.
It was so pretty out there. I was the only one on the beach that day.
Nice.
Early in the morning. I was the only one out there, and it was just unbelievably pretty out there. But cold is, I'll get out too.
Oh, cold too.
Yeah, very cold.
Well, I guess that is true of the beach areas. Beaches can be cold too. So, but majestic, I'm sure. So we'll let this keep playing as we continue our questions. We're gonna do a last call for questions, friends. So send them an exclamation point questions. First, some comments from the chat. LG says, as a non-country guy here, I think that was a solid country ending too. Oh, go back to that song. It really was. This is a beautiful ending. Like, Crickster says this is the bop referring to this song. And Brown Eyed Girl says, love this so much. And let's get back to the questions. Oh wait, E-Flat says, Eddie is an early riser. He often gets a few hours and head start on me. Wow. Word up.
A few hours, yeah. Just one or two, right?
All right, so Tina with a question. How did you find Davy?
I found Davy through That Eflat Guy. I think you were on his stream one day, and I followed you. When you came in, he gave you a shout out. I followed you, and then I started coming into your channel. And I lurked for a long time. I was lurking for a long time, and then we got to know each other, and
Absolutely.
and now we're here.
Yep, and you've been here before for Country Karaoke, which was really, God, what a magical show that was that night.
That was a great show.
Absolutely. Eddie, what did you think of the show when you first got there? I'm always curious as to what someone's first reaction is to Sandwich Joe.
Well, the first time I came in, I got there right as you were eating your sandwich. And I'm like, what is this Davy guy doing? But his show it does say Davy is eating a sandwich. So I was thinking that's all you did was just ate sandwiches on your show.
I love that.
It was, and then I started seeing that you were a variety show, and so it all made sense then.
I love the timing of that. I mean, it's perfect. It's a perfect way to introduce oneself to this whole experience. E-Flat is very on brand. But thank you so much. Oh, LG, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a great rest of your night. What a great interview. See you all later. Well, thank you, LG. By the way, your interview yesterday was great too. So thank you so much, LG. I appreciate you being here. Eddie Brown made that easy, my friends. Like I appreciate you so much. Bob says, what else is there? Tacos sometimes and pizza, but yeah, it's primarily sandwiches. That is a good point, Bob. You know what the food I associate Bob with a lot? Coffee. I think it's because he holds a coffee mug in one of the photos that he has of himself. Like, I think.
And ice cream.
Ice cream. Yeah, that's right. Ice cream's good.
Bob loves ice cream and pizza.
Oh, I'm with you there, Bob. Those are great.
See his emotes, his spinning pizza.
Oh, that's great. Oh, look at that pizza. That pizza looks really good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And coffee. And drinking coffee. Nice. That's so on brand, Bob. I love it. I love it. And burgers. Oh, Goldfish. Thank you very much for the hydrate.
Hey, Goldfish.
Here's to you, Goldfish. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, Goldfish. It's good to see you again. Shout out Goldfish. Goldfish is a Friday streamer too, so give our friend a follow at Goldfish. In addition to Bob Bajo music, oh my goodness, what a cozy vibe as well. And I love these choices. Let's see. I'm so glad you found me. I'm glad I found you too, Eddie. It's really great to get to know you. Let's get to it. So, Crickster82 with a question. What is your usual writing process? Lyrics first, music first, or both at the same time?
For me, it's always lyrics first. I put the lyrics down first on usually handwritten lyrics, and then from there I will come up with a tune that fits it. But once I get the tune in, a lot of times I have to rearrange words or take words out or put words in to make it fit the rhythm of the tune. Ryan would know the terminology. I can't think of what's that terminology. I can't remember.
Iambic pentameter?
The what?
Iambic pentameter?
Maybe it is. Maybe that's what the phrasing.
Oh, phrasing.
Yeah.
Okay, quick, sir.
So you have to, sometimes I'll have to add words or take words out to make it fit. The music that I add to it. But it's always lyrics first, and I'll have somebody will say something to me, or like one of my latest songs, "Good as a Mile." Somebody mentioned something about a miss is as good as a mile. Well, that's kind of where I got the inspiration for that song is when someone just said a miss is as good as a mile. So the whole premise of this song is the two people not being able to connect, and when you miss in love, a miss is as good as a country mile is the lyric, the hook in that song.
I can tell you bring up a lot of special attention. You put a lot of attention. You put a lot of care into your lyrics because, I mean, from what I've heard so far, from what in these three cuts and also like your other original tunes, like it's definitely a great story. All these songs are great stories, and it's very much in keeping with the genre of country music. Country music is defined by great storytelling. I do think so. And I'm sorry about the melon break for some of you. To recap the question, Eddie likes to do lyrics first and then try to work out the phrasing as the melody comes in later. So that question from Crickster82, thank you very much for the question. And I think that's going to probably do it question-wise tonight. So mods, can we go ahead and close the queue? And thank you again. And I think there's one other thing I wanted to do. Oh, Inverland says I'm a big fan of seafood. Anything fried in a taco. Sounds good. Sounds good. Crickster says I only write lyrics.
I love shrimp tacos.
Oh yeah. Me too. Big shrimp. Do you have any go-tos for shrimp tacos? Any specific spots that are great for shrimp tacos?
Not really. The best one I've ever had came from a food truck.
Oh wow, no, that makes sense. Though. Those food trucks dole up some great food. Oh man, but they can be elusive too, right? So were you able to find it again after the fact?
No, I haven't seen it again since then. But it was delicious. I mean, it was one of the best shrimp tacos I've ever had.
Oh man, that's great. I love it. Folks, this has been so much fun, everybody. I really want to thank all of you for hanging out with us in the chat. you all have been great. I appreciate all your questions, and Eddie, I really appreciate you taking the time to share not only your music but your stories, and your sandwich was just so good. Oh, Eddie, so great to see you here tonight. Anything else we should be aware of as far as what's coming up on your stream before we say goodbye to you tonight?
I will be streaming again on Wednesday.
Okay.
At 7:00 p.m. Eastern time. And then hopefully I will get to stream on Thursday. It just depends on how work goes. But that I'm playing a live gig on Friday. And so that's pretty much it for this week. But hopefully, and I know this sounds bad for music, but hopefully I get busier at work so that daytime streaming will become harder for me, because mama needs shoes.
I love
dancing shoes.
I hear you, Eddie. Well, folks, everyone in chat, please stay with us. I'd love to keep interacting with you more. I'd be glad to keep talking with you after our interview tonight. King, so good to see you, King. Oh, I hope, King, it's so nice to see you. I'm sorry, it's great to see you here. We had some great questions. King, would you like to ask a question of Eddie really quickly before we say goodbye? You can sneak one in since you're a good friend of ours in our mod tonight. I'll try to beat Carly Sings' Bean Boozled King. You did a great job tonight, Lateral. I got to tell you, that was impressive. Impressive timing. Couldn't be better.
Read E-flats, That Eflat Guy's.
Let's see. Mama needs shoes. More like your daughters need weddings.
Yes. We had two weddings this year.
Wow, really?
Oh. Both of my daughters are getting married. I'm so happy for them. They have found the perfect guys. Both of them.
I love that so much. Congratulations to your two daughters, Eddie. That's awesome.
Got one in June and one in September.
Wow. I mean, it's going to be stressful too. I know the planning leading up to that, but it's going to be such magical moments. That is so cool. Well, congratulations to both your daughters. That's fantastic. I'm so happy for you, all of you. I have no further questions. Right on. Band with that one guy says this is great, and Davy and Eddie. Oh, thank you so much, Band with that one guy. And I agree. This is great, Eddie. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
You're very welcome, and thank you so much for inviting me in. It's always a good time with you, Davy.
Thank you, Eddie. I'd be glad to have you back when down the road too. So I'll reach out to you certainly. And listen, I'll tell you what. I mean, I would never rule out another country karaoke. I'll keep you in mind for that too.
Yes, would love to.
Carl, welcome in. It's good to see you tonight. Eddie, have a great rest of your night.
Okay.
I'll see you around.
Enjoyed it, guys.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye to everybody, and thank you guys for coming in. See you, Bob. See you, Josh. See you, Tina. See you. Who else have I missed here? Brown Eyed Girl and E-Flat Guy. See you guys. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you, Eddie. It definitely was a lot of fun. Take care of you, my friend, Eddie Brown, folks. So much fun. Carlo, thank you so much for joining us again tonight as well. For those of you joining us late tonight, we just had an amazing conversation with Eddie Brown Music, and if you missed any part of it, we will have the VOD up right after we raid out tonight. Now we're gonna raid out tonight in a little bit. We're gonna hang out here and watch some basketball together. But in addition to watching basketball, I'd like to chat with you and recap the incredible times. So we're gonna go ahead and play some of these tunes again from Eddie Brown Music, and give it a good listen as we get into some of the questions. And feel free to comment in our chat. We'd love to keep hearing from you all. Keither, so good to see you. It's a lot of our friends from Borkfest yesterday are checking in. Keither, so good to see you. Mods, let's go. Can we give our shout out to Keither37 as well? But yes, follow Eddie Brown Music if you're not familiar with our friend's channel. It's really cozy vibe. It's a great spot. You're very welcome, Keither. It's so good to see you again. I hope you're hanging in there. Oh, it really was, Keither. I completely agree. It was a fun time for sure. Yes, yes, indeed, my friends. Oh, have a good one. Have a good one, Crickster. But you're welcome to hang out with us some more if you want to keep going with us. We'll keep this stream going as well. While we do that, I'm gonna put this basketball game on. It just started. Let's see how it's going. But this song is the one I heard earlier today on Eddie Brown Music's channel. Road to Nowhere is a good song. We talked about the perfect that country ending he had in the second song that we featured tonight. Hard to understand why. I mean, that is a country ending. So good. So good. Let me go ahead and get this rolling. Show the song on the screen. Oh, not this one. It's here somewhere. Oh, this one. There we go.
The beauty of the road you travel, your maps are red, the choices that you make.
All right. So let's give it a go. But friends, this is really been quite a fun conversation. The game we're watching tonight is the national championship in college basketball between San Diego State and Connecticut, or as they call them in college basketball, they call them UConn. So we're jumping into this a little bit late, but apparently it's been a really tough night from the field for both teams so far. So we'll see what happens the rest of the way. But King, thank you very much for joining us as well. Crickster here says, I am here still. I'm arting well. Oh, nice. Awesome, Crickster. Absolutely. Well, hope the arting is going well. Just glad to just keep hanging out with all of you here in the chat. As we Borkfist hangover, everyone. I definitely would vouch for that, King. I would, 100%. Yeah, this is most definitely a slow start in this game. You have to hope that somebody pulls out of it. I'll tell you what. So UConn, let me go put the score of the game up really quickly. I think I have the sports tracker on here, don't I? I think I have a special like sports tracker. Yeah, there it is, game tracker. That's it. There's nothing in it. I might need to use a new thing. I can probably figure that out. Let's see if I got it here. Okay. No. Sports tracker. So let's see. Is this the one? Can't seem to find that thing that shows. Is that the one? No. Award-winning app. That's not it. I wonder where it... Let me go back to the chat. Eflat says, Davy, really funny story. A friend of mine told me that they heard about UConn and assumed they were from the Yukon in Alaska. That's pretty true, right? Like that, you could definitely confuse the two. That's pretty funny. Clearly not a college basketball fan, says Eflat. Absolutely. That's pretty funny. Because if you just say it out loud without like writing it, it does look like UConn. So that's kind of interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna have to go to a different source for this. I don't have my sports tracker working. So here's what we're gonna do. Log score. Non-athletic rookie mistake. Isn't it ever? Isn't it ever? Let's see if this works. This might work. I'm not exactly sure though. I'm probably gonna call this. That doesn't make any sense, but what if I said the height was 400? Okay, see what this looks like. Oh, wow. No kidding. Oh, that didn't work. Alright, that's not helpful. Not helpful at all. Okay, let's... I guess I will go back the way it was. That does... All I have at this moment is the ESPN logo. Let me... Maybe we should just get the other game tracker then. Let's do it. Yeah, I'll do the regular one. Okay. Now let's move this around. I don't think Ether's gonna appreciate this one too much. I'll switch to that Ether. Let me just turn this one off. Yeah, but honestly, this song is just such a... It's so good. Okay, so here, this is going to be changed to this. There we go. This one will be better. This will be better. That should work better. Okay. That's useful. Weird. The hell with that. I'm gonna switch this over. Alright, listen. That country ending. That is such a country ending, my friends. So good. Okay, let me just get this positioned in the right spot. Okay, let's do that. Heather says, "Oh, I don't mind. I just want to know the one thing to do daily to silence tinnitus was." Oh wow, that's a good question. I don't know. So there. Okay, I've got an idea, so I can probably do a filter on this, or I could. I might have this already enabled. Oh, I do. Okay. 300? 500? 500. That's close enough. Move that down. That'll work. 425. I didn't. Okay. 50. Okay, there we go. I think I got it, everybody. King says that was so country that the visiting feline said "yeehaw" instead of just meow. Yeah, like honestly, right? Like that's so it's so country. It's so country. There we go. Okay, so there's the score of the game. So now we can enjoy this together. Although I shouldn't put that there. I should put that somewhere else. I'll move this over here. Move it to here. If you can see that, I mean, if you can't see that, then that's understandable. I'm trying to figure out a good spot for this. I'll put it here. There you go. That's better. I would actually do this too. Let me just make an adjustment over here. I'm gonna display capture is borked. Yeah, it's borked because I set up the filter the way I did, so I have to just adjust the prop pad. So I'm gonna cut off a little more of this. Let's see, 475, 460, 450. 440. Close enough. Let me see. Oh no, I didn't do it right. It's supposed to be 450. Okay, 470. Am I doing this right? 500? 600. Okay, this is better. 700. 800. Okay. That's better. Okay, think I got something here. Alright, it's coming along. Perfect. Okay, so now I can make this bigger. And I'll move this over here. Okay, I got it. I got it worked out. I got it figured out. So let's just see if we have any melon breaks coming up. But we do. Okay, so when the song's over, we'll run a melon break and we'll come back. We'll play some additional background music. Did you hear that right now? So Eddie actually worked, or Eddie's voice kind of moved to the left ear if you have headphones on in the middle of that. That was interesting. This is going to be a rout, you guys. UConn's up 36-20. I mean, this is a rout. Wow. Goodness gracious. But yeah, feel free to chat about anything you'd like, everybody. Redeems are open too. Boo, UConn says E flat. Yeah, the panning definitely happened. Yeah, I heard that. Faux show. Okay, let's go ahead and take a melon break. We will be back in 90 seconds. Those of you who are subs will get the melon break ad free. But for some of you, we'll see you back in 90 seconds.
It's cold out on the ocean.
I don't know why it repeats that. It's interesting. But hello, everybody. Let's go back here. I'm gonna throw some Jerfo on because it's a kickin'. Because Jerfo is a kick and it's very, very good. Very, very good instrumental music. Keith says ad free. Say it ain't so. Curious, why do you call the oh yeah. So Ryan asked that same question. The reason I call the melon break is completely arbitrary. It just sounds cool. But the concept of the melon break is that it's like a break when youth sports. So if you play youth soccer, or if you have some, you know how like you have a break for juice. So I just called it a melon break because I thought, well, that'd be a fun snack to have during a timeout. So that's kind of the idea, sort of like a youth sports timeout. That's why I call it melon break. But I didn't really have any specific reason why I picked melon. It just sounded like it sounded fun. So that's why I picked melon break. It's a Davy thing. It really is. There's no backstory at all. I just thought it sounded cool. But it was kind of nicer to call it a melon break as opposed to an ad break, because an ad break is not an ad break for everybody. So if you're a sub to the channel, you don't get the ad. So I'm like, well, we should probably title this part of the show something for the people who don't get the ads. So I'm like, well, let's just call it a melon break, and then if you are a follower, then you'll get the ads. It's a 90-second ad break. Thankfully, not that long. And if you are a sub, you get bonus content like the answer to the question, why is it called the melon break? And I'm really grateful for it. That Eflat Guy, we sometimes had oranges, but usually we just had water or Gatorade. Fierce Grape was my recovery drink of choice. Crickster82 says, to be fair, we don't get a melon either. Oh. Yeah, you're right. I need to rectify that situation. That's a good point, Crickster. You know, it's actually a blessing in disguise that this game is such a runaway, because it's so bad that it's like you can actually just hang out with the chat more, and we can just talk, and we can get into whatever we want to get into, and any point redeems that you want to get into, you can. I can eat my burger. So thank you, UConn, for putting this game away early. It means we can all hang out a little bit more casually. The 30-10 run by UConn tonight. Horrific for San Diego State. Can't even make a layup. Eflat says, nah, I really don't like that flavor. I think it has to do with a really rough circuit workout I had to do in high school where they ran us so hard that I puked. Whoa! That's crazy! And just to repeat, Eddie was really awesome tonight. Give our friend Eddie Brand Music a follow using the link in the chat. It was really good. So nice to get to know our good friend Eddie. Director says no rectification needed. LOL. Just letting those who had an ad know that they are not missing any melons. Stuart says Aztecs are dying. Gosh, are they ever? I guess that's on brand for them, right? If you go through history. I guess they sacrificed themselves in this game because they are down big right now. And there's less than 2 minutes in the first half. E-Flat says, we had to sprint around the track for 200 meters, then jog 200, then sprint again, rinse, repeat several more times. E-Flat says, they will be resurrected. Nope. Yeah, the moment you saw San Diego State missing threes, you're like, nah, they're gonna be they're done. Like they have to make their 3-pointers to be in this game at all. And surely, and you know, fittingly, they've been terrible from 3. And you're like, well, that was really their only chance because they can't compete in the paint. I think what I should have done is I should have done like a alt line, like a UConn team total over, rather than the game over. Because like the game, well, first of all, game is over, game over for sure. But the over under for the game was like 132. I think it could happen, but San Diego State's gonna score nothing today. Like they have 20 right now. Keithers is so curious. Will Borkfest participants get melons? Stuart says, I should list some of my track workouts at university. Would have killed Ryan. Oh, man. Oh, gosh, Stuart. I know your family has a history, has a legacy in track and field. Friends, is my voice coming in all right? Is it too loud, or is the music too loud, or can you hear me okay? Let me know, because if it's too loud, I'll turn it down. Should melon trophies be a thing? Yeah, definitely, especially on this channel. I was thinking one of the things I want to do this year. LG was asking like, what kind of things are you hoping to do on the channel? I want to do like a sports competition of some sort, a race, or I don't know, some kind of ball game, some kind of athletic event, and then like we could compete for something. And so a melon trophy would be pretty slick as a prize. Can Davy even be too loud? I don't know. Lateral, I can't say. That's a good question. Man, what a miserable effort though by San Diego State. So they're down by 14, but man, they should be down like 30 right now. Oh, they finally hit a 3. Unbelievable. Tim at Davies racing a car. Let's go, Tim. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, Tim. Great stream yesterday with the Bards over in the patio. I mean, I saw your updates during the donut stream that you were setting up the outdoor set, and we were all getting pretty excited over in chat. And then when we raided over to you, a couple hours later, that was awesome. Like it was because if you've been with the BrookstoneBards, if you follow them, mods, let's shout out BrookstoneBards if you could for us. But they have talked for many years about, or for many months about, the Sunday fun days they've been doing for over a decade at this point. So every Sunday they get together and they shoot the shit, and they have cocktails, and it just sounds like a great time. And it's like, I always wondered what that's like in real time. And so during Borkfest yesterday, they gave us a live look-in at their Sunday fun day, and Pete got to open birthday presents, and it was really cool. Like, I was so happy to see that. And they even were taking in questions, so we were all asking questions, and really great stuff. Really great stuff. Tim says, "LOL." There we had conversations of going a bit extreme, and we pared it back to just 2 cameras. Oh, there were there were actually more than there. So there was that idea of going like 3 cameras. That would have been wild. Tim, Eddie had like a 2-camera setup tonight during his spot earlier in the show. His second camera had a kind of similar to what you were doing with Sandwich Cam when you all were on, and they were looking at and it had a live, like, it was pointing down at his sandwich. The sandwich was peanut butter, banana, honey, granola, and Duke's mayo. And that was a wild sandwich, and it looked really good. We all were just so mesmerized. We were just kind of staring at it, and just like our jaws were open, like, this looks so good. You had me till the mayo. Well, it's interesting, right? Like, mayo's a very unconventional topping. Tim, have you had the Duke's mayo? Because I've heard so much about it. I know you're around it as well. That's the joke, Elvis. Trickster says, okay, I can do Duke's. Miracle Whip is gross. Tim says, I've had Duke's. Sure. Yeah, Miracle Whip is gross. Like, it's not, I don't even know what it is. It's like it's like at various points you might think it's jelly. It's disgusting. Like, I had it one time. Miracle Whip, I had it one time. Once. After that, I was like, never again. I'm never doing that again. It was not doing it for me at all. Inverland says, I like sriracha mayo. Oh, yeah, that's a good combo. Crickster says, do you live near an Amazon Fresh, Davy? I believe I do, yeah. I believe I do. Yeah. I believe I do. I'll go look it up, but I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah. Tim says, Miracle Whip is weak spackle. Yeah, 100%. It's not even good texture. It's just like, there's nothing redeeming about it. It doesn't taste good. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't look good. Like, the only reason people even know about it is because of the commercials. Like, yeah, Miracle Whip. It's like it is a nightmare. Like, the best thing it got going is the name. Like, the name is great. Everything else about it is tough. It's just bad. It is sour and sweet and ew. They have Duke. Oh, they have Dukes. Wait, seriously, they do? Miracle Whip, I say nay. Yeah, absolutely. Trickster. Absolutely. Tim says, interestingly, the mayo in India is much sweeter than in the US. Really? That is interesting. I've never even considered mayo even being sweet, but it's, I love the tang, right? Tang is a thing. But, Ruben has just been staring at my sandwich all day. Ruben, are you hungry? Oh, okay. Ruben wants to eat. All right, I'll give you something too. Would you like a Mentos? Okay, I'll give you Mentos. Crickster says we use way more vinegar than the Asian cultures. I see. Okay. Ready, Ruben? Okay. Here you go. Beauty. Glad you liked it. All right. We'll see you later. Yeah. Don't talk with your mouth full. All right. I'll see you later. I've got to try sweeter mayo. It sounds like it could totally work. I think you'd want to pair it with certainly specific things, like I don't know. I'm sure it's out there. Like ham, I think would work with that, right? Ham would really work with that kind of mayo. And thank you for the heads up on the Amazon Fresh Crickster. I think I will get some Dukes. Yeah. That Eflat Guy says halftime it's down to 12 points. 4 3-pointers, I still believe. I mean, it's definitely... It's not out of hand. Well, if it's 12, yeah. I'll give it a... It is almost like Best Foods, almost. Oh, okay. Well, Best Foods is known as Hellman's on the East Coast, so... If you're wondering what... Like, Hellman's... If you're not familiar with the word Hellman's, you're probably out here, like on the West Coast. And so, Hellman's is basically Best Foods. It's just a different name for it. Let's turn my attention over here. Does Dopey Bumbles watch sports? Yeah, Dopey Bumbles watches sports, yeah. He's a big football guy. Loves football. Like and a little bit of baseball too, I think. But basketball's more of my thing. Yeah. Dopey always thinks he can get off all these great bets, so he's like always trying these 9-leg parlays. It's like, come on, guy. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's the confidence he has, though. Let's see what this my friend coach is. No, I would never do that. Coach is suggesting Tiger Woods win the Masters at plus 8,000. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think our friend Eddie would have a better chance of winning the Masters than Tiger at this stage. I mean, Eddie's got that one iron. Eddie's got that one iron down. I think that would work really well in Augusta. E-Flat says, did I explain my rooting interest for San Diego State? No. Tell us more. Tell us more. Crickster says, you may have missed my offer to help you with the melon trophy earlier. I dabble in resin. Oh, you mean like make a trophy for the melon? Because I heard about the melon as a prize, but you mean like quite literally a trophy for melon. I love it. Crickster. I love this very much. I love all these ideas. The recipe for the glass. Oh, I should mention, we do have that still going. We also have our community challenge, the Styx Piano Stream Community Challenge, which is at 90%! 90%, y'all! So that means we are only... What is that? 5, 10... Yeah, 50,000 points remaining on the challenge. That's it. That's impressive. So we have a couple more... We'll probably have another stream or two the rest of this week. Oh my goodness, absolutely. If you can get the tip points in for that, I would be so much... Oh, thank you, Keither. Tim, thank you so much, too. Tim says, I'm now intrigued, Crickster. Do you have pics of some work? Yeah, Crickster, I'd love to see the photos of that as well. Oh, nice. Crickster, if you do Discord, we'll gladly take the photos here as well. But here's the link. Yeah, thanks for the points. Thank you. I'm with Tina. Thank you for the points, everybody. And we're waiting on Ryan's story of how he has a rooting interest in San Diego State. Lateral, have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. See you soon. Here's a Stuart Hayek sandwich to go. Oh, that one's going to be spicy. Thank you so much, Lateral. Mods, can we shout out Lateral Toaster one last time? Very bluesy singer, songwriter, based out of, I believe, Quebec. Really good. Really cool to see you again, Lateral. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Where do I want? Yeah, you can just message me. I can post in Discord myself. That'd be fine. Oh, thank you for the chat. Thank you for the chat, everybody. I mean, the score at one point was looking so far out of hand in the college basketball game that I almost thought we should just raid out at halftime. It was so bad. I'm like, that is a rough score. So I'll give you this opportunity. So at the moment, UConn goes up 20 points. That is when we will raid out tonight, my friends. Because at that point, I think there just won't be enough time for San Diego State to catch up. Eflat said, it started on Robbie's show when I said they would give Alabama trouble because of their defensive style of play. Then last week, I told you that I thought they would win. Oh yeah, you did. I do remember that. And last week I told you that they would win it all. Also, I avoid rooting for any Connecticut sports because I hear too much talk from their fans about their Whalers leaving 25 years ago now. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're still pretty bitter about that, Ryan. They still, like, people who were fans of that team that still root for them, they don't actually call them the Hurricanes. They call them the Hartford Whalers. They still call them the Hartford Whalers today. And it's like, you know, guys, at some point you got to let it go. At some point, let it go. Hartford is not a sustainable market for hockey. As good as, you know, obviously hockey itself is great in Connecticut, but I have to say I think they made the right choice on that one. Tim says, gotta love the Canes throwbacks the other night where the Whalers. Yeah, I mean that's always cool because like you're going back and honoring your legacy, Tim. That's definitely very cool. Yeah, I mean I get it when like Charger fans getting bitter because they left San Diego. That makes sense. I don't think that's exactly the circumstance with the Whalers. I mean, I think Ryan might have a better idea. He's closer to the situation, but it did just seem like a situation where they wanted a better market, and I was like, that makes sense. But the Chargers didn't really have that scenario. Just because you moved to LA doesn't mean you're in a better market. Like, how many people were actually dialed into the Chargers this year? And they were good. Like, I don't know. The team has been in Raleigh longer than Hartford by a long shot and have been much more successful. It's not even debatable, says Ryan, that Eflat Guy. Tim says, oh, I know. I used to live in Raleigh not too long after the Canes came there. Yeah, for sure. That's kind of a more obvious decision for me. Like, because, like, yeah, like, you know, it was the only pro sports team that Hartford had for those years, really. And you're right, they are more successful. Not only like financially more successful, not only with attendance, because people like to wax poetic about the Whalers, but it's like, have you seen the videos of like those games? Like, there barely anybody. There were not that many people at those games. I mean, I have to go look it up, but to my knowledge, I don't think they really got that great attendance. So, Tim says, Giblet and I used to go to games all the time. One of her clients did audio in the arena, and our names were on all the will call lists. Nice. That's pretty cool. My beloved Bruins will win it all this year. Tim, I tell you what, they have been playing great. They set a new record for wins, like last weekend. Like, so for a team that had been around the NHL for almost 100 years, to set a new record for wins, like for total number of wins, that's a remarkable season. And normally usually that can be the kiss of death, like the President's Cup trophy, but they have been the most complete team I've seen all year. Like, they do it on the road, they do it at home, their defense is good. I didn't really care for the way they played against St. Louis, but I had personal investment in that game. But in general, they've been a great team. Like, it's been a really solid team. Smiles, let's welcome in. Davy, hello, how are you doing? Not watching the game. Two teams I have no interest in, but UConn is my second most disliked for me in the NCAA, next to Michigan State. Wow. Now, why is Michigan State your most disliked? That's interesting. I guess that has to do with, there must be a rivalry in there somewhere. Tim says, if they play the Canes in the playoffs, I'll be there. If they make the cup, I'm going to try to make it up to Boston. Wow. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But, yeah, big time props to the Bruins. Like, I think their goal differential has been really good this year, too. Like, it's a really, really good team. I feel like they buck the trend of, like, people who win the President's Cup flopping in, like, the first or second round. I think they'll actually have a pretty solid playoffs. It's a good team. The teams, like I would trust a little less would be, like, first of all, any team from Alberta. They play no defense. I've seen so many games between the Oilers and the Flames. They've just been so miserable at defending, goaltending. I would never pick them to win a playoff series if they make the playoffs. Neither team. Yeah, sure, Connor McDavid can score, great, but what are you gonna do on the other end of the ice? Like, just not. Let's see. Smiles says Michigan State, just like Tom Izzo, play style forever. Oh yeah, I got you. Right on. E-Flat says Canes have had so many games lost to injury this year, it's ridiculous. I don't know how they've held on to the division, to be honest. Yeah. What's kind of interesting, there has been a lot of complaints in hockey circles about the way that the Canes play, but it's like, it's not as pretty, but it might be an effective way to win a championship. We've seen it so many times, you know? If they're good at possession, I think you're gonna be a long way towards the cup. Hockey, my home team is the Winnipeg Jets. Nice. You've got some company there. Stuart Hayek is a big Winnipeg Jet. Oh, wait, is he a fan? I would assume so, yeah. But he's from Winnipeg. He's from the great city of Winnipeg. Crickster82, it is hockey. It is not supposed to be pretty. Right, for sure. The way the Canes play, as opposed to what exactly? I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, what? I mean, it might be slower, I guess. I can't really find a real objection to the way they play myself. Ryan, I'm just going by what people are saying. I'm not really sure. Just because it doesn't look fancy, it doesn't mean they don't play good hockey. Phoenix stole our team in the 90s, so destroyed my love of the game. I too am from Winnipeg. Oh, right on. Long live the Manitoba Moose. Joey St. Louis. We used to have hockey here. Joey St. Louis. Tim says, if you're American and you get a chance to see hockey in Canada, I highly recommend it. It is a religious experience. That sounds awesome. I definitely should get on that. And I feel like you can't go wrong with any of those teams, right? Vancouver, Winnipeg. Those fans are so loud and so loyal. Calgary and Edmonton, I think there's been so much said about those two fan bases. Those rinks are just, you can feel the sound bouncing around the arena. Even the new buildings often look really good. I think Calgary might still, no, I won't even speculate on that, but and then Toronto, like one of the original six, and also Montreal, same scenario. Ottawa's the interesting one. I assume they have a good loyal fan base. I know our friend LJP is a big fan, being from the area, but I assume their fans are great too. Tim says, I saw the Canes play up in Vancouver a few years ago. It was amazing. Wow, yeah. And that's probably when Vancouver was really good, right, Tim? That's really cool. They probably will just yell at you in French. Probably. Yeah. Well, let's see if San Diego State has anything, but that's what I'm probably going to do. That's the way I'm going to play this. UConn, if they get up, let's not say 20, let's say over 20. If they get up over 20, we will raid out at that exact moment, and then we'll find someone pretty cool to hang out with. Smile says, Philly fans are crazy. They are grumpy a lot. They boo Sixers so bad in timeouts. Eagles fans throw snowballs at Santa Claus. And Flyers, they are the most level-headed. Wow, the Flyers are the most level-headed. But of the choices, I think you're right. Yeah. E-Flat says, I need to get a Nemi uni and take in a game at Bell Center. Wow. Yeah. Keither says, the Eagles fans did that one time like 40 years ago. Right, for sure. I have to be a little more neutral on this topic, Smiles, because I have many good friends who are also Philadelphia sports fans, so they definitely have a reputation. But I'll give you this. You know what? Oh, Tina, have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I really appreciate you being here tonight, Tina. All the best, my friend. Joey says, sports fans, do me a favor. Don't respond to Super Bowl of scripted posts. They might go away. Let's see. Keith, it was actually 50 plus years ago, 1968. Joe, yeah. You're very welcome, Tina. Absolutely. So we're gearing up for the second half here in this game. Let me change the title of the okay, we'll just do that. Okay, cool. So we're all good here. All right, so so when we get to 21 or more, we'll get there. We're gonna take a melon break. So we'll be back for some of you. We'll see you in 90 seconds. The rest of you, hang with us. Keither, yay melons. I think you need a melon emote. Yeah, you're right. I gotta work on a melon emote. A melon emote. Throw that. I would even, not only that, but I'm gonna make it a follower emote so everybody can enjoy. So that's actually kind of nice because like if you're not a sub and you have a melon break, you can at least like spam melons in the chat during the commercials. Like that seems like a good idea. So I paid someone for emotes the other day, hoping I get them. Oh man, yeah. Make sure, yeah. Don't let them slack on that. You paid for it. My goodness, gotta make sure you get those. Found an artist via the interwebs. Female melon equals Meloni. Or is it Melona? It's either Meloni or Melona. It's now a 10-point game, folks, in Houston in the NCAA National Championship. Well, Chris Meloni is no melon. Aha. Says Keither. Yeah, this looks good. I wonder if Bob is on tonight. I'm gonna go check my follower radar, my following radar, and see if Bob Blaho is on tonight. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. We have some choices. Oh yeah, no, I forgot. Robbie. That's right, Robbie. I don't see Bob yet. The other goal, I think but I do see someone else that I think I would love to take you to. And I think we'll do it if we can, when, at least until either UConn goes up by 21 or until the game ends. One of the two. We'll see which one it is. Grace says, oh, did I miss the funds? Oh, Grace, welcome in. So good to see you. Shout out to Grace. If you're looking for places, the Graceful Bard just made Twitch partner. Oh, the Bard. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram, Tim. That's a great call, actually. Yeah, Tim, I love that call. I just feel so bad, like I wasn't on the stream like before that. But I've been to the Graceful Bard multiple times. It's an awesome spot. Like, it's just really great to see. What an incredible, pleasant surprise that was to see that on Instagram today. Bard is great. It's just really, really fun. Yeah, Tim, you're right. She's pretty great. And speaking of pretty great, our great Grace is with us tonight. Awesome artist. So good to see you. Yeah, I'm sorry to say we finished our interview with Eddie a few minutes ago. It was really fun. We'll have a VOD of the replay up pretty shortly after we raid out tonight. And depending on how bad this game gets, we might raid out sooner rather than later. So we'll find out. I do want to thank the anonymous gift subber for gifting a tier 1 sub to KingDambreaker and another tier 1 sub to Rothgar. Thank you so much, everybody. Anon, you're very kind. Thank you for the gift subs. And we got to do some Taco Bell in a future stream because we met our sub goal this month. They're moving up the list, absolutely. Gosh, absolutely. But Grace, how are you, Grace? How's it going tonight? How's the art and everything? King says, oh my god, Grace. Yeah, Grace is here. Female melons awesome, come in pairs, love it. Shouldn't you eat subs for a sub goal? That's so meta. I don't know. That's just like such low-hanging fruit of an idea, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Joey, I think we should do that at some... Yeah. Grace is recovering, but glad to be here as always. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Oh, well, I hope you're... recover your vibes to you, Grace. It's nice to see you tonight. Yeah, I definitely feel better. Oh, man. Subs. I think that would be a really... Like, one day, if I do, like, a legit, like, 24-hour type subathon, that'll be the sub goal. Like, every sub equals a sub. Like, I'll have a sub for every sub. Problem with that idea is that the sub will cost more than the sub. Get some with me. Maybe not the best idea, but you could do like a small sub goal, right? So let's say like 20 subs. 20 subs for a sub meal, right? 20 subs. So every 20 subs, or 25, or whatever you want to go with, like 25 subs redeemed. It's just almost like a sub club. Like it's like a, you ever go to like Jersey Mike's, you have like that loyalty club. Wait, she's been going for oh no, dang it, man, that's too bad. All right, well, man, that's really too bad. Okay, well, we'll try another time. Okay, wow, well, give it up to Bard though. Shout out the Graceful Bard. Wow. That's very, very cool. Improvised partner. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I didn't know that was tonight. I thought it was tomorrow. I think it was supposed to be tomorrow. Maybe that's what happened. Like maybe Barb moved it up. But anyway, I'm really happy she made partner. I will at some point get over there. Definitely love it over there. It's really quite a cool spot. Joey says, the longer the sub, the less expensive in theory. Buying bulk fixings. Oh, yeah. Yeah. A slider sub for every gift sub? Yeah, I think if we can find a place with slider subs, that would be the best way to go. Anon! My goodness, thank you for the gift sub to Cosmoverse. Holy cow, thank you. Set up an Uber Eats account so we can send subs. Oh, is that possible? I would most definitely consider that. Yeah, Joey, I'll definitely consider that. That's like something we could do on our streamiversary. That's on May the 4th, so it's about a month from now. treat stream or whatever. Yeah. 10 points. They're coming back. Yeah, they are coming back. Yeah, look at this. It's a 10-point game. Yeah. Oh, 3-pointer though. Oh, wow. But it's not over yet. No, I think San Diego State still got a little bit of a chance here. Joey St. Louis, been waiting a long time for a mid-major to break through. This is as close as we've come, you know? I don't know if Miami counts as a mid-major. Probably not, because they're from the ACC, but... I mean, when you have 2 mid-majors in the same Final Four, that is pretty cool. Yeah, San Diego State winning this game outright would be extraordinary. Like, extraordinary on so many levels. Like, physically, they're overmatched in every position. Like, to be able to overcome that and win a game, it would really speak to how great their defense has been all year. It really has been great. Let's see. Smiles says, UConn defense is good, but teams are rushing and not playing smart, running good plays against. Can't give it to UConn defense for winning these games. Well, yeah, I mean... The thing with San Diego State's offense is it's just not good. Like, I think that's part of the problem. And like I was saying, like, the length is an issue here. Like, they are trying so hard to get to the basket, but they can't. Like, everybody's, like, reaching over them. Like, right there. Like, if you're watching the replay here on CBS, or whatever channel it's on, wherever you're watching it from, but... I mean, he got the foul. Kashad Johnson's going to shoot some free throws. Try to get back in this. Got the first free throw. Crickster is currently swabbing a dragon's eyeball. Thought I would share. Oh, nice. Let me see. Let's go take a look at... Let's go take a look at the Discord. Oh, thank you for joining our Discord, Crickster. And likewise, Rosie. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. 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 Yeah. I'm not 100% sure how I would play that. I think you'd be fine to tell it on the Discord. That resin that looks beautiful though. I can understand why. Oh. Okay. Let's show that one. The current situation. I'm gonna show this one on screen. So let's do that. I'll pop this up here, and then I'll share that with everybody here. Let's see. Smile says, "Yeah, San Diego offense isn't good." Yeah. Hey, Dark Native, welcome in. It's good to see ya. Thank you for hanging out with us on Friday, and also during I think I saw you at some point during breakfast as well, so thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, Dark. How are you doing tonight? How's everything going? I'm doing well. How are you, Dark? How are the things? How's the streaming going? How are those shows going for you? Let's see. Shout out to Dark Native. Our good friend. There's the button. Give our friend a follow, my friends. Really good people. Such a great supporter of all of us here on Twitch. It's really nice to see you again. Hey, Kenny! What's going on? I'm doing well. Like, sandwich. I have one. This is the most underrated. Well, this is what's left of one, I guess. But this is the most underrated cheeseburger in Southern California. This is a Del Taco double cheeseburger. This is not going to look pretty, but you can get an idea of what it was supposed to look like. I mean... Yeah, that's not a good visual, because like the the meat is already receded into the inside of the the bun. Sorry, Kenny. How's your weekend? How was your weekend, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in the other day too. And we're just chilling right now. We're doing a just chatting stream. We had Eddie Brown music earlier in the evening. Eddie was awesome. If you missed it, we'll have the VOD replay up after we raid out tonight. And we've had a lot of cool people in our chat tonight in the post interview segment. Timma from the BrookstoneBards has been in chat joining us tonight, and as well as Grayscale and Dark. And Dark says, I'm doing well and streams are good. We'll be back on tomorrow. Awesome. Great. Jukesters is cool. Nice. I'll be here later this month. Yes. Juke. I'm really excited about that spot. So Kenny is going to be back on this program Friday, April 21st. So more information right here coming up. Let's see. Dark says today is my Friday, so 4 days now. You're off for 4 days. So we'll be doing a couple of streams over the next couple of days. Both day stream and night stream. Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet. But yeah, Kenny's gonna be great. Always some great stories from our friend Kenny. It's good to see you again, Kenny. Joey says all our Del Tacos are gone. Used to be my life to get a Sancho at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's too bad. Del Taco is good. Yep. But hopefully there are reasonable replacements. Inverland says we have them in Georgia now. That's wild to me. That's great though. Wait until he sounds like a tough guy. Jukesters, Kenny says, I ate a burrito today for the first time I think ever. Really? Well, the New York, New Jersey area and Connecticut and would not have quite as many burritos up there as they would over here in California. So it's not the most shocking thing, but what did you think of it, Kenny? Did you like it? What's your takeaway? Why is a burrito not little donkey? Oh yeah. I don't know. Because burrito is little donkey and burro is a regular donkey, right? So the idea that burritos would be so big is kind of a contradiction. But maybe that implies that there are even bigger ones that we don't know about. I have seen them sometimes. Burrito places are the pizzerias of the Northeast. Yeah, 100%. Out here, burritos are our pizza. Yeah, absolutely. Kenny says, I loved it and I also hated myself after I finished it. Yeah, no, that's on brand. Yeah, 100%. Is that a normal part? Yes, it is. Depends on which one you get, but yeah, because it's just so big, you will definitely have like those moments of questioning life choices. But the moment when you have it when you're eating it is a glorious moment. Yeah, so it's definitely part of the experience. Yeah. What color should I make my dragons? Let's go take a look. So this is what Crickster sent to us. Give me just a second to pop this up on screen and turn a lot of other things off. Let's see. There we go. So this is what Crickster's working on, and so it's kind of a resin look. Look at that, isn't that cool? So there's what we have. So what color should I make my dragon eyes? Crickster asks. What do you think, everybody? Eflat, have a great rest of your night, Ryan. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. All right, I gotta head out. Early start for me tomorrow. Right on, Ryan. Thank you so much for being a part of this tonight. Have a great rest of your night, and go follow our friend That Eflat Guy. Joey says ocean eyes. Nice. Joey says dope texture. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. How much should 2 tacos and 1 burrito cost? I was appalled when it was $26. I think that's just 2023, man. Yeah. I mean, I think 2 burritos and 1 taco would cost less than that. I mean, what costs 26? I am a little surprised that 2 tacos in one burrito cost that much. Yeah, that's a little crazy. I can't disagree. I can't argue with you there, Kenny. That I would not have expected that much. I need to move to Mexico. Yeah. Dark says I would have thought closer to 35 to 40. Wow. Did Gordon Ramsay prepare your No, that is kind of, I have to say, like 2 tacos and a burrito is kind of nuts for that price. Yeah. I thought it was 2 burritos on a taco, but 2 tacos in one burrito? I don't know about that. Yeah, that's makes me think makes me think that is a little nuts. Of course, a little cheaper in the U.S. and even cheaper in Mexico. Yeah, yeah, it definitely seemed like a lot, Kenny. Yeah, yeah. I wonder where was this at a like a. But I'm glad you got a taste of it though, for sure. Come out here to LA, Kenny. You will find much better value for burritos in this part of town. Yeah, no doubt. You know, small local place. Okay, cool. Did the chef here have to shoot it first? Let's see. Brickster says quesadilla tacos are $5 each. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's pretty special stuff, though. I might allow it for quesadilla. It is pretty good. Joey says, I ate Mexican with my wife the other night for $50 with margs. Yeah, I hate to say it, but that's about right. Margaritas, probably like $8 a piece. You know, that's 2 of those. You got 2 plates, $15 each. So like $15.30, and then 16. That's 46 plus tax and tip. Yeah, I think that's about right. I almost shit myself after I ate the whole thing. Oh man, wow. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, we're still on the yeah, so let's see. Depends on the meat and the tacos. Question quesadilla, yeah. Oh. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. Kenny meant to say, I almost shot myself after I ate the whole thing, not shit myself. I was like, whoa. Dark says, I was going to say, you would do that anyway. The burrito coma is sublime, though. Yeah. Crickster says, shit sounds more realistic. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Typos are fun. Yeah. That's a particularly fun one. Yeah, yeah, UConn's still pretty much in control of this game, guys. Burrito cleanse. Either way, he's right. Yeah, 100% King. How are we doing on time? I did pretty well. Okay. Probably just wait out after this. Although we have not gotten to that 21-point marker. The burrito was shrimp, so maybe cost more. Possibly, yeah. Possibly, yeah. Sounds good though. Shrimp burrito sounds really good. Oh wow, $16. Yeah, maybe that's because it was shrimp. Because lobster would cost like way more. That'd be like kind of outrageous. Let's see, how are we doing here in the game? So the Sonogo's on the bench, so this might be an opportunity for the Aztecs to come back in this one. Dark says, I generally don't recommend eating more than 3 to 4 tacos or burritos at once. Yeah. So what are you all eating for dinner tonight? I mean, Kenny had his dinner. What have you all been having for dinner tonight? I had this burger. Oh, that was lunch. Okay, right on. Ooh, smiles. Really good. Joey St. Louis says, you need to have full confidence in your Mexican restaurant to order seafood. I think the local place I order from does pretty good seafood, though. Like, their ttiimmaahh tacos, I'm a fan. They're pretty good. I do like those, so I seem to have that confidence. It's a good principle, though. The Jukesters says, I live near water. Right on. Yep. Joey says, Los Fuentes is money in the bank. Nice. Can San Diego make a basket here? Nope. Got a foul, though. Who are we jamming to? That's Jerfo the Music Addict. King, do the honors. It's a shout out our good friend, Jerfo. Oh my goodness, Jerry, what's up? Aphoticphoton for my Mexican food. Unless there's a blown speaker playing banda music, making the tortillas by bare hands and burning their fingers, dropping in the tacos and the grease. I don't want it. Facts. Wow, Jerry, you are hardcore. That is hardcore. That is hardcore right there. Now that is hardcore. Let's see. Dark says, I can't see the screen, Davy. Hey, which screen? Well, I can't show the game on the screen, unfortunately. I'd get DMCA strikes if I did, though. But the score is in the bottom corner of the screen. So that'll give you an idea what the score of the game is. So I can offer a little bit of play-by-play from time to time just to comment on what's happening, but that's about as much as I can do as far as the commentary. But yeah, that is the score, 49-36. There are 12 minutes left in the game. Joey says, gotta have the candy for sale at the front counter of the Mexican restaurant. First sign of true quality. Yeah, there we go. Aphoticphoton, adding in the Mexican men and women with the heavy eye makeup or tattoos. I want it authentic as shit. LOL, when I'm lazy, I buy my rice and buñuelos and tortillas from this shop in the South. Nice. Also random Oreos. I think I remember the Oreos, yeah. Gonna do some acapella while we wait for updates. I suppose. Joey says, if it's in a closed Pizza Hut building, it's all good. There's no greater phenomenon in life than repurposed Pizza Hut buildings. And it's a crying shame they don't make more Pizza Hut buildings, because those Pizza Hut buildings were iconic back in the day. But now they've been completely reborn into different things. Like, some of them are law offices, and some of them are Mexican restaurants, and some of them are clinics. Like, they're just like, they've done marvelous things repurposing that Pizza Hut building, and there's no mistaking what it is. Like, you can see it, you know? When you go over there, it's like, that can only be shaped like one thing. It's just, it's magical, really. I'll show you what a little bit of that looks like. And Crickster, let us know what you settled on as far as the dragon eyes. Jerry says, in my hometown, it's weird, but it's true. I grew up in a border town between Mexico and Texas, and the avocados and cuts of meat were better near the bridge rather than the northern stores in the same city. I hear that. Kenny says, they turned one into a house of, I'll repute, in my neighborhood, pizza sluts. Whoa. Oh, ill repute. Ill repute. I got you. That's just taking that to a new level. Pizza sluts. That's a great name that you signed to that, Kenny. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Hold on, I got something for you, Kenny. One sec. Nah, I love it though. I love it though, Kenny. Like it's a great name. But thank you for hanging out with us, and thank you also for coming on for coming on on the 21st. I can't wait to do that spot with you. But Jerry says, what do you think? What happened in the women's Final Four? The taunting. I love it. I feel like we need more of that in sports. Friendly rivalries like the early 2000s and 90s. Yeah, I'm here for that too, Jerry. I was not privy to that, but I heard that final was an amazing game. And I think it even went... I think that might have been the game before, but like the final game went to... It was a good game, and you know, Iowa... you had LSU beating out... I think it was Iowa. It was one of the most amazing women's Final Fours ever, and it's just kind of interesting how that event can be so much better when it's more competitive. And 20 years ago it was just like Tennessee or UConn just blowing everybody away, and it's like that's not fun. Like we want some fight in this thing, so it's really cool to see that this year. You're so welcome, Kenny. Absolutely, you're very welcome. Was that the one that went to 102 points or something? Yeah, there was one that went to like 102 points. Like it was a really high scoring game. As San Diego State cuts the lead to 13. Okay, maybe not as exciting as I thought, but at any rate, yeah, it was such a dope game. Like it was just two powerhouses. Those people were returning for another year. That's really good to see. Yeah. Jared, I really do feel like I missed out because I saw it was on. Like I saw it on my YouTube TV thing. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's on. It's like, then I was just seeing all the buzz like after the game. It's like, wow, okay, now that's just wild and a half. Like it really is. It's a good story that will carry into WNBA next year. They need the fire. Yeah, definitely, Joey. Definitely on that. And we are into our melon break. Okay. We switched to sports ball talk, burrito talk. Jerry says, I coach pole vaulting for a semester and I'm a huge sports fan. I love it. Mas o menos, says King. So we'll be back. We're about 20 seconds away from the getting out. Okay, so if the Aztecs can score here, that's going to cut it to 10. They have the ball. Here comes the three-pointer. Nope, didn't get it. Yeah, that stinks. That didn't do much. This is gonna be a slog. I think I'm actually gonna call it. Two things are gonna happen here. I just don't see. Oh, okay. So UConn now has just shot a three-pointer. Now they're up by 14. No, 15. 15. I've seen enough of this. So I'll keep watching this on my own. But friends, thank you so much, everybody. And I actually want to do one more run fast, jump high. What does pole vault coaching entail? Run fast, jump high. I'm sure there's more to it than that because the pole, right? The pole has to be at the right spot. You have to hold on to it. You have to push down on it. Things like that. So that's the one thing you got to watch out for. So pretty much in a lot of agility, math involved. Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Some math involved. Like if this guy here, oh man, but yo, that's big time. Dark says, anyone who turns into a slut for a slice of pizza, I would stay away from. Just saying. Dark, that's fantastic. I love that. Not sure on eyes. I will do them last. Oh, okay. So if you missed it, folks, this is what Crickster's working on at the moment. So take a look. Yeah. It's beautiful looking. It kind of reminds me of Caramel. It looks really, really nice. Crickster says I can give an update. Absolutely. Let's hear your update, my friend. Okay. Let me go take a look at the update. Ah, look at this. Okay, so I'm gonna go copy this, and I will show you the update, folks. In the oh my goodness, Robbie's here! My goodness, Robbie, welcome! It's good to see ya. All right, so here's the update from Crickster. Wow, look at this! Oh, that beautiful cobalt-ish blue. Gosh, that looks really, really great. Robbie, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you being here tonight, my friend. How was your stream? Were you guys having a good time covering this game? I'm doing the best I can. This game has not been fun to watch, but it's just like the UConn can't quite get away, can't pull away, but San Diego State can't quite score to get back into it. It just has been just a frustrating game, really, for both teams. I'm sure UConn wishes they were up by 20, and they're only up by 11. So it doesn't say much about really either performance tonight. But so good to see you, Robbie. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's a tough one, but they come back a little now. 7-0 run now. Yeah, all right. It's inside of 10 now. So yeah, there's a little bit of a run. Maybe some juice here. We'll see. Can only hope at this point. But this is what Crickster's been working on tonight. It looks really, really great. Yeah, Joey says that detail is nuts. Yeah. This looks gorgeous. For sure. Thank you. It is all color shift. Cool. Cool. So now a 6-point game. Look at this. Will there be life in this game? I don't know. It's a 9-0 run now, though. Robbie, are you still like what? Do you still have like cable and satellite? Like, are you not on the streaming things, or is this? That's interesting. I think San Diego State's gonna have to force themselves into a faster tempo to get through this. But Robbie, thank you so much for the raid again. I just want to let you know that I appreciate the raid. My name is Davy. I'm a variety streamer out of Los Angeles. We had a really great interview with Eddie Brown earlier tonight, and right now we're just chatting. We're following along the San Diego State UConn national championship game in college basketball, and currently it is an 8-point lead, 58-50 for UConn, as we're into the final moments of the game. There's just a little under 7 minutes left, as you can see on the screen. Crickster says, "Oh, totally forgot. This is a notebook cover." Really? This is for a notebook cover? Oh, wow. That's going to be one wicked ornate notebook cover. That's pretty cool. I do still have cable. I pay way too much. You have 3 boxes too. Ah, Robbie. You gotta join the club. You gotta join the streaming club. It's a 30-second difference in the delay, but everything else about it's great. You get more for your money. Like, even like with all the price hikes we've had with YouTube TV, it's still way less than cable. And if you get Hulu TV, that's cool too. You know, whichever one you want, you know, you can get any of them. But there are a lot of good options. Yeah. I know I have every streaming provider too. Right, for sure. So it's like even more reason to do it, because like you have like Disney Plus and all that stuff. So it's like you're pretty much set once you make that switch. But it's really great to have that access on the road. This is the biggest thing, Robbie. Like, you pick any of those, you can have the app and you can take your TV anywhere. You can watch all your teams. You can watch all your teams. I cannot watch all my teams. All my teams are on all these stupid networks that I can't get on YouTube TV. But you can watch your teams because they're like on NBC. But so like you can watch your teams on wherever you go. But you can watch all your teams on the app, and then if you want to do out of market stuff, you can do that too. Or you can watch your regular shows, and your family can do that too on your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop, your mobile device. If you're at work, you can watch on the computer. It's just it's completely portable. Like it can be as big or as little as you want it to be. So I'm definitely a fan. Let's see. I just have so many local sports teams. It's easier for me and we use the DVR and kids. But the DVR functions of YouTube TV at least are exemplary. You pick a thing, you say I want to record this thing, it records all of them. And same thing, you pick a team, record all these games, records all the games. And there's only it's like a limit of like 6 months. Like it's there as long as you want it, basically. And so yeah, I mean, definitely you don't have to rush into it. Take your time, but definitely you get so much for what you get a lot of value with these systems. Do I get the local sports channel? Well, I referenced that a little earlier. It's going to be different for every market. So my market, no, I don't. I basically don't, because I used to get the Fox Sports this and Fox Sports that, but since Sinclair or Diamond, whatever they want to call themselves, took over those channels, they basically made the price of the carriage so high that YouTube just decided, we're not going to bother with it. So I don't have those channels at all. I don't have any of them. I don't have Dodgers, Lakers, so you're like, how are you a sports fan if you don't have any of those? It's like, well, I find ways to get to like someone else's Spectrum account, family member Spectrum account, and I use that if I absolutely need to watch a Lakers game or a Dodgers game that's not on national TV. So it's weak, but it kind of explains why I'm like not as dialed into sports like I was 5 years ago, because like the amount of extra work I have to do to get to any of my local teams' games now, it's not worth it. I'm just like, okay, well, I could just watch this Twitch stream instead. Like that seems a lot easier. So Robbie says, it's all good. I love my podcast setup, but someday when Obi retires, I will care less and maybe cut the cord. Yeah. But like I was saying, like I don't think you'd have that problem because you're in a market that has an NBC sports affiliate. Those affiliates are covered by YouTube TV, so you would get your teams. You would get the Wizards and the Capitals easily. The only ones though I would not know so much about. I wouldn't know what the Masson situation is for streamable services. Not like you really need to run to a TV to be watching the Nationals right now anyway. Like they're so bad. Like, but I'm sure you knew that. I'm sure you agree with that. They are this year, but we spin off next. Oh, okay. Yeah, so bad. Right? Like it's rough. I feel your pain on that, It's like when you know the season's over when it starts, like that's not fun. All right, I think that is going to be the most amazing notebook cover Crickster. That's really cool. NBC Sports Washington is dying. Like, is it literally going away, or is it just like not doing well? Robbie says, I'm not gonna lie, I want my co-host to cover the Nats this year and skip them. You should just skip them anyway. Like, no, I don't think anyone's gonna notice. If you want my personal opinion on that, I'm like, I would just skip them. Like, don't have anyone cover them. Like, they didn't deserve it. They aren't putting any effort into making their team better. So like, why should you guys put the effort into covering them? Kind of my attitude. But oh, absolutely. Kenny, have a great rest of your night. Shout out to the Jukesters, friends. Like, they are really fun, and they're going to be back. And Kenny, I just want to make a note before you go. Kenny is going to do a full album going to do a full performance of the Wall album from Pink Floyd tomorrow. And I don't have the exact times, but that'll be at Kenny's Prog Rock Jukebox. I believe it's tomorrow. So When's the next stream? Oh, it's not tomorrow. Okay, sorry. Is that next week then? Let me go back to Instagram and double check when that was. It is not tomorrow. Okay, so let me go see when that was. Give me a second. Oh, I'm off by several weeks. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Kenny. So, okay. So that's the same week we were doing our spot. Okay, right on. Nice 420 stream. Well, I think that timing is absolutely magnificent. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But all this to say, go follow both of Kenny's channels because that's going to be an amazing concert on that week. I am sorry I messed up the date though. I thought I was off by a few weeks, but pretty exciting. So I'm in between the two shows, so it is wait for it, a Pink Floyd sandwich with me as the meat. How about that? I love it. Oh, that's gonna be great. We could do a recap of like the first show and then you do a preview of the second one. That's gonna actually be pretty cool. Oh, nice. Oh, sweet. I would gladly take those. Kenny says, hope to have some videos to share. Cool. So yeah, look out for that, my friends. That's coming up. 420, nice, and 425 later this month. But yeah, Kenny, thank you for hanging out with us today. It's really good to see you. Yeah, go follow our friend Kenny's shows. Yep. Bass clarinets, thank you so much for the 9-month resub. Bork, 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 bork. Great stream yesterday. Croissant. That was awesome. It's a really great time. I really want to thank you for joining Borkfest again yesterday. Jackbox was fun. I really appreciate that, and it was really great to play along with you. Yeah, really good stuff. Crickster says, I'm happy you are here keeping me company, or I would just be in bed not doing this. Thank you so much. Oh, Crickster, absolutely. I'm so glad to be here. It's great to have your company too. It helps keep me going too. So I'm more than happy to do that. Absolutely. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. X, what are your favorites from the wall? Let me just make sure I get the titles of all these right, because there is one I love. There's one I absolutely love. So Comfortably Numb is a really good one, definitely. The one I really like is oh, Hey You is good too. Yeah, Hey You is good too. And then the third song, and this is the one I really like. The one I really like is where in the hell? Where is the song? I am trying to find the track listing for this thing. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. Run Like Hell. Run Like Hell. Oh, the intro to Run Like Hell is just like one of my favorite intros. Like, Kenny, that is a really, really great song. That one hits me like right here. It's so good. Oh, nice. I wasn't even planned. That's pretty cool. I dig it, Kenny. Yeah. The 420 stream wasn't intentionally planned. It just worked out nicely. Yeah. 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 Run Like Hell is there for me. It's just so good. Let's see. LOL, it was not something I usually stream. I am glad it didn't end up in shambles like how you described it. Oh man, I'm sorry if I described it that way. But thank you very much for doing that show. Like, it was really, really fun. It most definitely did not end up in shambles. That was a really, really great time. We had a good time. We had Keyboard and we had Stormin hanging out with us too, and your friend Aaron. It's a good group for Jackbox. Robbie, what are your guys' favorite songs from The Wall? Would you guys have some favorites, like the Pink Floyd album The Wall? Are there any tracks that you like from there in particular? Let us know. So I'm gonna check up on a couple things here. Oh, we got some choices today. We always do. I think I know where we're going though. I think. I'm gonna double check a couple things. We're gonna run out this way and see what we got. Well, Let me see. Let me turn this down for a second just so I can follow up on this. Oh yeah, this would be really great. This would be a great connector. Just gotta double check and see. Ooh, okay. 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 I'm gonna check one more thing then. So one other thing I want to check then is I want to see if the place I have in mind. Hey King, would you King, I feel like you would appreciate this one. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I can't make a call. Let's see. Robbie says, I normally listen to the album straight through, so I don't feel strongly about one over another. There are great moments throughout. Can you narrow it down to a side? Yeah, that's a good question. Like, which side would you narrow it down to? Because there's 4, right? So, which side would be your side? Let me make sure I got that right too. Do. Let us see. Right. Yep. What am I appreciating? No. When the Jerfro tune that just came up, like, there's no pressure to subscribe. That's what I was referring to. Like, in the last song I was playing in the background. There's no pressure to subscribe. It was so good. Oh wow. Okay. The raid destination I had in mind is in fact raiding out, so we will not be able to go there tonight. Okay, we'll try something else then. Okay, wow, we are in some decisions to make then. Okay, well I got some ideas. Got other places we can go to. That's an idea. I got this though. See, what I'm thinking of, my plan is I'd like to go somewhere that's got like almost no, like that, somewhere that's got a smaller community and kind of, wait, oh, nice, maybe, okay, so I got a couple more ideas, kind of keep rolling with this, and then we got a couple more ideas, too, okay, cool, okay, roger that. Kenny, have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. And much love to you and yours. And we'll see you around, Kenny. Thank you again for. And I really did appreciate your burrito update. And did you end up narrowing down a side of the? Oh, side 3. Okay, cool, Robbie. Side 3 of the wall. So 3 has Hey You and Comfortably Numb, so that's in a lot of lists, for sure. Is there anybody out there Comfortably Numb? I think win it for me, but I also like side 1. Side 1 is pretty solid, yeah. So for me, I think the side I like is the one with Run Like Hell, so that's side 4. So it's impressive work. Yeah, so good to see you, Kenny. Go follow our friend, the Jukesters. And Pine says, Kenny saw me come in and is running away. Nah, I don't. It's just a coincidence, Pines. Welcome in, Pines. How you doing tonight? Kenny says 4 is very intense. Yeah. I think that's what really drew me to it. I thought it was pretty intense too. Okay. Techs are trying to make a run at this. Okay. We'll see if they can just get one more basket. At least play the foul game. You can just keep yourself in it. We'll see. But, these emotes are, yep. Let's see. Anything else here? Crickster is over here struggling to get a pigment open and then realize it's taped closed. Oh no! SMH. Oh my gosh. Yeah. We'll see you soon, Ketty. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Pines has caught lots of Pokemon. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I'm thinking like the raid would be to someone that's got a intimate crowd, well, shall we say, tonight. So that's the thought. We'll see who's out there in that qualifies for that designation. I see that Robbie's stream is still on. Robbie, is that supposed to be happening? Your stream is still running? Do I see that correctly? Hey, take it easy, Kenny. Thanks so much. BRB phone call. Okay. That's interesting. Let's see. We got some. There we go. Baby shark says Pines. Love it. Pines, wasn't it Pines, it was thrilling to be able to play mini golf with Jillian and Stuart yesterday. I finally got to try it. I'm so happy. It was like really, it was a fun game. It was a really fun game. So I'm going to show you what Crickster's been working on. Crickster82 has been working on this resin project for a notebook, and it looks really, really nice. Take a look. Yeah, there you go. I think I have this. So if you guys wondering what Kenny's up to, there you go. There's Kenny's channels. Oh, UConn with that basket. Wow. Wow. Well, if they can get one. Oh, goodness. Well, just get an easy basket. Get an easy basket. Get an easy... Okay, there you go. Foul. Not sure why UConn was fouling, but okay. Yeah. I posted a video after that. It is like 4 seconds. Okay. Okay, Dark, that emote you used to inspire my eyeball. I posted. Okay. Take a look. Oh, I see it. Okay. I wonder if I could... I think I can. Let's go see. Let's take a look at this. Oh, shoot. Open? Oh, okay. I guess we could do that. Okay, that's confusing. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's get this in. Then we'll take a melon break, and then we'll go ahead and raid out. So here is. I'm gonna stop this for a second. So, friends, this is the video that's. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. This is the video that Crickster has for us. Take a look. Ooh, look at that. Didn't that look great? Wow, let's show that. Let's see that again. It really shines. You can see how it reflects off the light. Wow, it's very glittery. That looks even better. That looks even better than I thought. Wow. That's really good. Thanks for sharing that too, Crickster. I still need 3 points in this game. You know why. Y'all know why. Still need 3 points in this game. Let's see if we can get that. Well, we're gonna take the melon break, and then so some of you will return in 90 seconds. The rest of you, if you are a subscriber to this channel, you will get the melon break ad free. So we'll be back in 90. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you're having a good time here, Crickster. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I love it. And with that, some of you will be back in 90 seconds. All right, so we got a foul. I'm glad they fouled. They could have just given up and not fouled. If they did, this would have been a disaster. So one free throw. We'll put this over the top. So quiet. I know. I was a little surprised. I think what happened was I reached the end of one album, and then we moved into another, and I think that... Nope, I was wrong. But there was a lot of silence at that one track. Okay, so we hit the over for the UConn San Diego State game. Barely, but I'll take it. I mean, we just barely got that. And it's mostly credit to UConn. And UConn is now up 16 points. So this was not much of a game tonight, folks. But big props to UConn. It looks like they're about to win a national title here, everybody. And it will be to the chagrin of some folks like our friend Ryan, that Eflat guy. My niece left San Diego, thank goodness. Oh, man. Yeah, but I think San Diego State's fans are going to be really happy tonight. I mean, not tonight, but they're going to be really happy in the end, because this is a great run. This was a great run. I mean, I don't think anyone expected them to make it all the way to the championship game. It has been a really good tournament for San Diego State, and it's really remarkable how far they went this year. So I'm glad your niece is safe, though. Absolutely. All right. Okay, welcome back, everybody. The game is just about over, so we're gonna go and shut this down. We're gonna go raid out, and thank you again for the Bass Clarinets for the 9-month resub, and really kind of you to do that. So we are saying goodnight. Thank you so much. We're gonna thank a lot of people tonight, and then we're gonna find someone to raid, which, as I mentioned, is gonna be a very interesting decision. We'll find someone, though. We'll find someone. I think I got it. I've already been there. That's probably not going to make much sense. Okay, I think I know where I'm going. We're going to keep the cozy vibes going. And we are going to first run the credits, and then I'll announce where we're going. But first, let's thank many, many people tonight. And let's find out who we're thanking. Well, we are gonna thank first. Let's see, where are they? Okay. So, thank you everybody for the raids. Robbie, thank you for the raid as well. Mahomo, Blue Brown Eyed Girl, the LG Music. Thank you for the cheers. 3 new follows by Noseborough Music, Louie, and Uchimer. Thank you so much for the follows, everyone. And resubs, so all the resubs, thank you so much, everyone. And thank you for all the raids tonight. Wall Street VH, Brad Lauren, Nibsman, and Robbie G. Y'all are very kind to raid over. So let's go raid out. We're gonna go say hi to our good friend. And friend of our friend Ryan, for friend Ryan too. Kevin Edward Music. Let's go say hi to Kevin. And he is on the beach tonight, folks, doing a beachfront stream. It looks beautiful. So let's go say hi to Kevin. Mods, can we put the raid call in the chat? Special thing, give some mod love as well to King and to Tina French for their help tonight. Like, big time mod love, thanks to all of them. You can either use mod love in the chat or use your mod emotes of choice. But honestly, thank you so much, mods. Like, really, really nice of you to hang out with us tonight. And oh, thank you for the raid calls, King. So let's start the raid. We're gonna go over to and see pardon me, we're gonna go over and say hi to Kevin Edward Music tonight, and we'll hang out there for a little bit. Give our friend Kevin a follow once you get there. And it's a beautiful looking stream. That much I can say for sure. Take care, everybody. We'll see you. I think we'll have a stream tomorrow. And Wednesday, probably no stream. Friday is undetermined. I don't know what I will be. I'm leaning toward no, but I do want to raise some more points, so maybe we'll give it a go. But yeah, tomorrow night we'll be back. I'm feeling music tomorrow. I'll let you know, but we'll be back tomorrow, I think, at some point. So thank you again. If you missed any part of it, check out the replay over at here on this channel. Eddie Brown was awesome tonight. And all the best. Take care, everybody. We'll see you at Kevin Edward Music. Give our friend a follow. And make sure to stay with us on Discord if you want to get the latest updates. Crickster, have a great night, too. Your project is going really nicely, so best wishes as you complete it. It looks beautiful, I gotta say, Crickster. So thanks for hanging out. Thank you, Kenny, for hanging out. King, Tim, so many people here. We're here, Dark Native as well. All the best, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
Please keep your arms around me till the morning light. Please promise me, cross your heart, say that you will stay. Please let the light in your eyes keep my fears away.